What is up, everybody? Alright, let's see if we can beat Rongo Bongo this time. So, I recorded the Mordred stuff today, and, so first I was doing it with no Mystic Code, no Craft Essence, right? Like, total vanilla, which you can win that way, but you need so much RNG, so I'm like, okay, that's not gonna be a video. But I would have won, but then Rongo Bongo double quick charged and NP. And so that was great, but if that hadn't happened, would have won without a Craft Essence. And then you can do it with just Mordred's Bond CE, which makes it kind of 50-50, right? You can win, but you could still lose. And if you bring a normal CE, you'll win no matter what. Obviously, if you use a Mystic Code, you'll win no matter what, but I wanted to do without that. So that was kind of a fun thing to mess around with. And there was a turn where Rongo Bongo triple quick charged, which didn't even make any sense because she would have gotten the NP next turn anyway. So like the last quick charge didn't do anything. She's a very silly person. All right, have I done my FP summon? I have, okay. You know, we did Rongo Bongo a disservice yesterday, and we did not ever play her boss theme, so that was a mistake. Oh, I need to log in so I can get Shingon. I do wonder, even as bleh as Jason is here, I wonder if Jason would be better. Probably not, because he's AoE and they don't do nothing. Wait, I don't have Shingon slotted. There he is. Alright, on Death CE? Yeah, it's probably fine. Could do Ox King, actually, but that... I feel like Ox King is so rare nowadays that I'll not use that. But Ox King would be very good. Because we need just a little bit more damage. Chat, imagine them doing main interludes where they... Wait, that is not... That would make it way easier, because that one's NP 5, 10, 10, 10. That could just solo it. But that is cheating. Although I've been told I am a cheater, so maybe we're just, you know, sticking with what we normally do. Do I want to bring a different user? I know this setup can work, I just don't think it's super reliable, right? I think it's like maybe 50-50. I wonder if I can bring something that would make it more reliable. I almost want to do Stheno just for the drain. The problem is then you don't always get your deck. This is where I wish I had Shakespeare, because in Shakespeare it gives you the battery so you just go faster. I could also level, like, Caesar, but I don't want to level anything if I don't have to. Could bring Hans, because Hans could... You know, Hans is okay. That's not too bad. The only problem is if he lives, or he doesn't land the defense buff. If Hans lands the defense buff, it's great. Because then you can just face tank another NP, I think. That's tempting. If Hans lives too long, though, it's pretty awful. If Hans had his third skill upgraded, this would be worth it, because then you would get your NP regardless of getting Siegfried cards. You wouldn't need to get like Siegfried's art card, you could just get it from Hans' third skill. Let me try this real quick. I kind of wonder how this will do. I don't know. I'm a little worried it'll just like slow everything down, and then the healing and the defense up won't actually be enough to survive another NP, and then it's all for nothing, but it might be. The real nightmare is, oh god, what if Hans somehow lived? What if like Hans gets the defense buff from Mash, from her first skill, and the NP, and then he lands the defense buff on himself, and then he survives, but everyone's low in health, and then Siegfried just dies because he doesn't get cards. That'd be pretty bad. That'd be a pretty bad outcome. Alright, let's get that boss music. A little loud. Okay. I feel like giving her her boss theme might not be the smart... Okay, what do I do again? I forget. I think we do nothing on turn 1. You know what? I'm not a bitch. We're gonna take the damage. We're gonna do the Brave Chain instead of the Art Chain. We'll get our NP anyway. It'll totally happen. Oh, I'm in slow-mo because of the boss kill I got with Mordred. Louder, yeah. It is really good. Definitely one of their better Actually, it might even be my favorite main boss theme they've done, just because it fits so well. Right, like it is so perfect for this boss fight with the background and all the like build up that Rongo Bongo had. And she's always carpet bombing the place. Okay, I think we want to evade now. Can't say I like this hand too much. Okay, I do think we evade here and taunt. Do I want to do my first skill? Probably, because if I don't get my NP, I'm in trouble. Although I just realized that I have 20% battery from Qingong's second skills, so I really didn't need to do that. Oh well, I mean, I do need NP if the boss doesn't attack at all, which could happen, so I should still do the art card first. I need 8 NP. Now I need 2 NP. Okay, now we're good. Pretty sure we just do this. Go into our third skill because we can NP. Then we have our extra defense up, so if she quick charges and NPs, it's fine. I should taunt as well because we basically take no damage here, so it's 3 NP gain. Also crit down good. Click the buttons. I really should just level up my Qingong skill so the bus strip is bigger, and then we just win a turn sooner. That'd be a pretty easy way to do this. Okay. $230. I've had low rolls that were like 201, so I'll take that. Imagine if I could set up a crit there. It'd be incredible. Alright, NP time. Got an art chain, that's good. I don't know if it's good enough to get my NP a turn sooner or not, but I will try. Probably isn't. So actually, if anything, I should have done the Buster just to get the anti-dragon damage. If it doesn't result in me NPing again while I've got the anti-dragon skill up, it doesn't matter. Why does she not? She's not. So, goddess over here, right? Doesn't know how to use stirrups correctly, by the way. I just noticed that. What the fuck? Like, they even got like the boots right, where it's got like the kind of heel you would have for stirrups. But she's not using it that way. What are we doing here? King, by the way, trying to lead the people. Alright. Oh, 96%. We were so close. I could invulnerability right now in NP. You know what? I'm gonna do that because that lets me get my anti-dragon damage again. And that's good. It's kind of a waste of the invulnerability because I have a million defense ups. But, I think it's worth. Do I heal now, or do I think Hans's NP will... Let me think. Do I even want a Hans NP here? If I Hans NP here, no, because I have a Buster Chain. If I didn't have the Buster Chain, I would probably Hans NP. Do I want to mash? I don't want Hans to die here. I want Hans to die next turn. So I'm trying to think if I want to mash first skill. As long as Mash's first skill is still there for the NP, it's fine. So I think I do it? Like, obviously, it won't do anything for Siegfried because he has invulnerability, but I just don't want someone getting, like, Buster, crit, and dying, because that ruins everything. I do wish I could do the Hans NP because, like, it would overcharge the anti-dragon damage, potentially get attack up, but I think the Buster Chain's worth. Sad that we've never gotten a Buster Chain on our first NP, because that's when you got the Buster Ups. You have 3 Buster Ups. The extra attack would be nutty. You get the free kind bonus and the attack up and all that. Although the third Buster would obviously do the most, but okay, I'm actually glad she's hitting Siegfried because I want NP gain, although it's probably not gonna matter. Alright, it's NP time already. Crap! I forgot to get Mash NP. Oh, damn it. Oh, I don't even know if she had art cards there, but I kind of forgot that that's like really high priority. Like, damage is great, but you gotta get Mash's NP. Whoops! Well, I guess I have to do the heal now then. Okay, Hans. We have kind of messed up, so I really need you to land the defense buff. Like, I really need you to land the defense buff. Don't fuck this up. Like, for the love of God, don't fuck this up. Also, this hand is awful. This hand is so bad. Oh god, Mash might live. Mash lives, I guess you want her to have her NP. I don't think she's gonna live though, we'll see, because she has taunt. Come on, Hans, defense buff. And I gotta be clear about this on Siegfried. On Zig, there you go. Doesn't really matter on Mash. Actually, it's kind of bad on Mash, but don't think, well, I guess I want her to live because she hasn't NP'd yet. Imagine not making that a costume, dude. Hans really coming in clutch there, honestly. Fuck, man. If she could have done her NP. Why is Hans alive? Out of all the like, if Mash had lived, we'd be set, right? Because then we get the attack buff, we get the damage cut, we get the you know, defense up. We're good to go. But we didn't get any of that. Now Hans is just here taking our cards, and he might live again, which would really be horrifying. Just hit Hans and then like hit me with like double quick on Siegfried. No. No, not that. No. You know, if you'd given me 100%, that'd have been okay, right? Fuck. Why does Hans gotta live? Oh my god, we might just lose here because she can just quick charge NP. Crit, please. No, of course not. Woo, we live. Oh, we win, I think. Even though we have no skills and stuff, I'm pretty sure we win here. Imagine if this was rank 6 and I could just cast it right now, but I think we're good. Overall, Hans, I think, was a net gain. I think that was better than our previous setup, but that was not the best outcome to have with Hans at all. Like, it would have been way better if Mash had lived and Hans had died. Stuff like that, but it was still worth it. The extra survivability kind of cleaned up at the end. Made us a lot more stable. 40k, yeah. No, they should kill. There's no way the extra attack doesn't kill. Like, yeah, we're in P1 and all that, but like our extra attack is a 3-of-a-kind bonus with the first card buster bonus. There's no way it doesn't kill. It's gonna be plenty. Okay, that was actually a little bit closer than I would have liked, but it did kill, and it was a chunk of overkill there, but that was a little bit closer than I would have liked. I tell you though, that setup could have been a lot cleaner. Like, things could have gone better. I could have leveled up Chingong's skill, right? There's a lot of things there that would have been better, but I'll take it. That ended up being pretty hard though, that boss. Alright, kill the music. So, I gotta say, if this was like my account, just like straight up, like this is my only account, right? All my other accounts exploded, got banned, deleted them, whatever. And this was my only account, I would not roll right now. Because I could get by with Siegfried and then like Caesar or whatever, and I can wait. Because the thing is, I'm intentionally not summoning friend supports that carry me, right? But I would just be like, okay, I can just summon a Saber if I need one, right? And the reason I wouldn't roll, it's not that Bedivere's not good. Bedivere's awesome, and I'd actually eventually try to get Bedivere, absolutely. But the reason I wouldn't roll is because Asclepius is more important. And like, I don't even have that much SQ right now, so just saving up until you beat Lost Belt 4, I'd have a lot of SQ and I'd have a decent chance at getting Asclepius at that point. So that's what I would do. Asclepius is just too good. Bedivere's awesome, but it's a lot easier to replace Bedivere, right? Caesar is still good. I've already got Siegfried, and I can always summon another Saber and stuff. But the anti-debuff, like on your own account, so you don't have to summon it from your friends list and stuff, it gives you so much flexibility, especially for challenge quests, that I think it is way better to save it for Asclepius. However, just for the fun of it, we want to roll now, right? And we'll see if we get better Vera, right? We might get some random spooks and things like that. All right, we want story. Also, I want craft essences anyway and things like that. There's a lot of stuff that we like don't have access to yet. The credit card amount. Wow, we didn't have a Ryoto temple. It's actually a good thing to get limit broken though. Hey, Cairo, what's up? We just murdered Rongo Bongo, and what made it better than last night was Hans. We just added Hans to the team, and then we won first try. Although we had horrible luck, and like, Hans could have helped a lot more than he did, but he still helped enough, and it worked out. He's kind of good. So we also want to get Ushi spooks. Alright, I guess not really a spook and story summon, but we just want Ushi copies because she's NP1. Let's see, what else do we want? We want Ushi. Oh, that's a good thing to get. We want Art of Death. We want that quick CE because we can get one more copy. I guess we want Proto-Ku just for Proto-Ku coins, although he doesn't really have a good third skill like regular Ku does. Dude, Ku is so much better than Proto-Ku. Even though Proto-Ku's decent, it's like, there's no world where you use Proto-Ku for Fluffy, right? There's no way. Where Ku can do anything Proto-Ku can do, and then he's also oh look, it's Ku. But then he's also like one of the best budget options, actually he is the best budget option for Fluffy among, many other really hard bosses, right? Like, not only is he better, but then his third passive is amazing, right? Where he gets the anti-berserker. Where like, what's his name? A Proto-Ku, already forgot him. He just has anti-caster. Like, you don't need to help killing casters from a Lancer, right? You got Ushi and stuff anyway. Let's go kill Demeter with Proto-Ku, guys. I wish my main account could get some more oh, we need that. We need that. That's good. But we need more Ku copies on our main account. Them coins. Okay, tickets, not particularly kind to us. Nothing too crazy there. Come on, Ushi, Bedivere, K-Scope, the quick CE, the new one. That's not the, you'd think it would be quick because it's Sakura, but that one's not. I think that one's Art, I think. Because they're fucking with us. Dude, if that had just been the quick one, I'd be so happy if that was just the quick one. Yes, Stheno, we'd be happy with Stheno. Double Jin K? Yeah, I'll get him. Yeah, get him with a big NP damage. Oh, yeah, Jesus. Baldy, yeah, that's what we needed. That one is quick. Is the other one NP damage? Am I getting my stuff confused? There is no Art one? Wait, what did they make then? I'm trying to remember. Because I know they made a quick one, they made a Buster one. Is the other one just NP damage? They didn't make an Art one. Why did they not make... They did not make an Art one. That is really fucked up of them. Why would they rant? They did Buster, Quick, and NP, and Art's just like, what about me? Is this because of Castor or Artoria? Is that why they did that? Okay, more Babbage. I got Castor Ku. That's all right. It's not that Babbage is a thing though. I don't know if he's gonna really be that worth investing in. This is really worth getting though. That is super good to have. So I'm happy about that. Oh, the 5-star one is Art. Oh, aren't they cheeky? Ooh! Yes! Okay, I'm around with that. Oh, I'm so okay with that. Why couldn't this be my main account, though? We'll be leveling that one, though. I just like Beowulf too much. There's no way I don't level him. Sad he's in P1, but I'll still take it. Great gameplay on that one, too. He's not just a meme, right? He's like, yeah, he's no Herc, but he's still great. Okay, I got Ricky. That's alright. A lot of Serenities. Yeah, my Beowulf on my main is level 90, and I'm always wanting to grail him to 100. It's tempting. Oh, we didn't have Caesar yet. Can you stop giving me that stupid 4-star craft essence? I think it's garbage. Billy, good. Might be a little while before we level him, but still. Okay, more copies of that is fine if we can limit break it. Look at all these Baldies and stuff, man. We got a bunch of him, double Hohenheim. Where's the Ushis? Garbage, garbage. Not entirely garbage, but pretty garbage. It's good when you want to kill yourself. Thank you, Mr. Iceit, for the 15 months. Thank you, dude. Alright, last one. Come on, give me Ushi. That is not Ushi. Okay, that's good. We needed that. We've gotten a few things out of this that were pretty worthwhile. More Hohenheim. We did not get a single Ushi out of that. We did get a lot of Babbages though, so it wasn't like a waste, but a lot of the stuff we were... Oh yeah, no Bedivere either, but that's not too big of a deal, honestly. Okay, let's see what we got here. Actually, let's check NP ranks first. Oh, excuse me. I should have done that before the boss fight. That wasn't like amazing luck, but it wasn't bad. Like some of those CEs are actually pretty important. Like the anti-debuff one is quite nice. Billy's in P5. That's crazy that Protoku's in P5, Billy's in P5, David's in P5, and then Ushi's in P1. And now all I really need her to be is in P2, right? That's all I really need. That'll happen sooner or later. Don't worry guys, Baldy's got our back. He'll blind him with his head. Oh, and Saber Gilius in P5. So now that's what we should have done against Sartoria, clearly. Okay, what about Robin? Wow, Robin's in P5. Honestly, we have a lot of people in P5, which, I mean, honestly, it's not that hard to in P5 at 3 stars, so it's not like that's crazy or anything. It's just weird that we got that many when Ushi's only in P1. Oh, and that thing is in P5. Oh, joy. Let's see, anything else? Oh wow, is Hector in P5? Yep, Hector's in P5. Look at this nonsense. What about Babbage? Ricky's in P4. Honestly, we might end up leveling Ricky then, just because even though Ushi's more universal, you know, we just want something that works, right? Medusa's looking good. She's already in P3, although I don't think I'll be leveling her for a while. She's good, but I don't need AoE that much. Although I guess you could use Medusa for Corrupted Ushi. So maybe we do level Medusa then. Besides, it's the whole Stheno account thing, so that's the mat. Wow, look at all these NP5s. Hector needs one more buff to be good, in my opinion. He's close. And he's usable. He's absolutely usable. He's just not... It doesn't make sense to level him a lot of times when you're on a budget. Wouldn't shock me out of the... Not counting limiteds and story locks. But it would not shock me if Ushi is my only NP1 3-star, actually. Might be another one snuck in there. There's no world where I level Uriel. It's not happening. We'll level Medusa eventually, though. Because Medusa I like as a character anyway. Oh wow, Babbage is like supercharged here. He's in P6. Actually going a bit slower on some of the bronzes. Man, look at this Hohenheim! He's in P6 as well! All these NP6 3-stars! NP1 Ushi! I'm gonna check if there's any other 3-star. Well, I guess Caesar, because we just got Caesar. Man, Medea's in P5. Look at it, everybody's in P5. This is nonsense. Freaking Uriel, man. Okay, Geronimo's only in P4, but still. How do we not have a Geronimo buff? I'm just so tired of this like mindset type Moon has, where they only buff things if it's like thematic. So absurd. And then 6 years in, they haven't found a time to buff Geronimo, right? Like, that's clearly the problem. I mean, we're 6 years in. Jekyll and Hyde, Geronimo just sitting there. Okay. Umo's almost done too. But just Serenity's almost done. Yeah, it's really just Caesar and Ushi. Pretty much everything else is good to go. Serenity's in P5. Jeez, man. Gen K's almost there. It's unfortunate too because Ushi is one of the more fundamental low stars, I would say. So getting this kind of bad luck, like if a random unit this happens to them, you can weather it. Ushi's a tough one though, but you do have Ricky if you have to. Like, you're going to get one or the other generally. Wait, where's the other Kyohime? None of those are locked. Did I unlock her and burn her? That's not really the kind of thing I would do. I normally keep copies of everything. Yeah, I think it is just, yeah, Fergus is low. Fergus is only in P2. But yeah, I think it's just Ushi and Caesar. Hold on, what is the deal here? There is another one. Why isn't it showing there? What the, oh, because she's already in P5. Sure. So she was in P5 before I even rolled. Jesus, how much did we get her? Stalker much? Okay. Oh, Rice Man also in P1. That's enough. So yeah, Rice Man, Caesar, Ushi. Everything else though is in P2 or higher, and actually mostly in P3 or higher. It's just like Fergus and Boudica there. And obviously the 4 stars are in P1, but that's kind of what you expect. So let me think. For Babylonia, I think I need a Arash, and it's really good to level Arash anyway. So I'm thinking Arash is actually our next priority for leveling up. What else? Spartacus would be good, but it's not necessarily necessary. It's good for farming though. I don't know, it depends on how much I'm going to play this account. If I actually want to do events on this account, I really should get Spartacus up. But the next major event is 5.5 locked, so this account will be doing that anyway. That kind of slows this account down because I'm not going to do dailies and free quests because screw that. So we might wait a bit before we do anything crazy on this account. Yeah, I remember a Hercules account got... I said account, really weird there. But yeah, the Hercules account got Fionn over and over. I also got Nursery Rhyme a lot. What else matters here? I mean, I guess I'll go ahead and grab things in P5. Don't see this account leveling Matahari anytime soon. I'd actually like to play the Hercules account more. It's the only reason I haven't been is because I don't want to do Lost Belt 6. Because Lost Belt 6 sucks. Although I do want to do the ball. You know, I could just go straight to Morgan and Dog Juna, Barrel, Fluffy. You know, I'd be all about that. But I don't want to do all that stupid filler garbage. Cairo was saying Lost Belt 2 is his least favorite when it comes to all the filler. But I disagree. I think 6 is way worse. 2 is not that long. It's really boring. Like, there's a lot of filler, and it's literally the same stage over and over again. But it's not that long. Where Lost Belt 6 is just so painfully long with the amount of filler that's in it. Oh yeah, Martha. Maybe we level Martha next, because she's AoE as well. That makes it a lot harder to level Medusa, because we need Martha for Demeter for the debuff and buff removal. The buff removal is really important. Because, yeah, we got Vinch, too. We need buff removal for Vinch. So Martha is actually pretty high priority. And because she's AoE, she'll work pretty well for Corrupted Ushi and all that. So I think Arash and Martha are our next level ups. It just makes sense. I'd like to level Atalante, and I keep getting her on all my accounts, and I never level her because it's just difficult to work it in because you have to level Arash generally, and then you don't need an AoE archer that bad. She gets skipped over a lot, I've noticed. Medusa removes their life. Medusa is a good level up. Like, if I'm actively playing an account, like, quite a bit, she gets leveled all the time. It's just when I don't play an account very much and you're really bare bones is when she doesn't get leveled too often. But she's actually one of the higher up on, like, my priority list for AoE units. Because she's got self-battery, upgraded NP, big attack up, like, she does a lot of damage. She's good for farming. Main quest she's good for. There's bosses that are immune to stun, but she has petrify, so she can stun them anyway and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of uses for her. But she is AoE, so it's like generally if you're focusing on the main story, it's not quite as high priority as some of the other stuff out there. Okay, let me see. I should probably do this bonus stage just in case it drops like void dust or some nonsense. Oh no, they're making you download stuff. Probably just music or something. Just put that in the back. You have to put it in the front. And I can't Chin Gong it because this account doesn't have a MLBK scope or cope scope. Let's see. This is going to be a joke stage though, so it doesn't really matter what I bring. Bring stuff for Bond. How's George doing? Not that good. I thought it might be farther than that. He's almost Bond 7 though. Wow, she's not even close. Oh, I need to... I gotta get that my Ushi up. Like, she got those 2 buff quests. It's OP. Yeah, no, this is basically just letting people know that Artoria's in Melty Blood. Oh, it's tied to the music, so you don't get anything. This is just a trailer. They're just letting people know that Artoria's in the game. Like, that's what it is. Like, hey, you might want to play Melty Blood if you like Artoria, guys. On Steam, guys, go get it. They did do a good job though with Artoria's animations in that game, I would say. Although her she's like a mini Excalibur and then a super Excalibur. Yeah, that's the mini one. That one looks better. It looks the super one is eh. Actually, Dantes would be a great DLC character because he already fought Roa, right? But they're not gonna do that. I don't think there'll be any more fake characters. Yeah, Tsukihime is on Steam though. They hate money. What does this stage have to do with anything? What does this have to? This isn't like they could have made a background like a nighttime city because most of Melty Blood is set there. There's nothing about this that is even remotely Melty Blood-esque. It's just, hey guys, we're giving you a... They just tricked you into watching a trailer. That's what it is. They're like, oh, you can do a stage, maybe the enemies drop something, you get a CE. Oh, actually, you're just watching a trailer, guys. Like, that's what it is. Like, this literally has nothing to do with Melty Blood right now. I do find it funny, though, that the Melty Blood rate up in FGO is Artoria. You know, they could have added, like, you know, a collab character, you know, literally anything for Melty Blood, but nope. I really don't like the cast in the new Melty Blood. Like almost all of the Melty Blood original characters aren't in it. It's like it's not Melty Blood. It's not. It's a promo fighting game for Tsukihime. Now obviously Melty Blood is supposed to be tied to Tsukihime and that's fine, but it's so obvious they went completely out of their way to just add everything from Tsukihime in it to try to get people interested in the visual novel. And then they just abandoned almost everything from Melty Blood, right? You don't have the vampire dude, Knight of blah blah blah. You don't have Scion, who's like, you know, the big like poster girl of Melty Blood. You don't have roast beef. You don't. I mean, like they don't have any of the Melty Blood specific characters. But they added in like Noelle, right? Who's just new to the Tsukihime remake and stuff. It's pretty silly. Also, Soldier H is the emotes. It's in the works, so it cometh. Scion not being in is actually really surprising to me. I thought she would be, because she's like such a big part of Melty Blood. But again, it doesn't really feel like a Melty Blood game in terms of like the story and everything. It's just, hey, Tsukihime is a game, guys, go buy it. How do we get Persona on PC before we get, you know, like just Tsukihime right now? I don't even want, if Tsukihime was on Steam, I wouldn't buy it because I don't really care about Tsukihime that much. But it's pretty weird, right? Like, you know, visual novels started on PC and like, yeah, we're not gonna do that. But we get Persona though. I'm actually surprised though it took Persona so long to come to PC. It's weird. It took like the Japanese developers a long time to realize that there's a lot of like RPG and mecha nerds that prefer playing on computers. It took them so long to figure that out. Like it's really weird, right? Because a lot of like mecha games would only be on console, but that most of the hardcore mecha fans normally weren't console players, so it was pretty backwards. Okay, let's see. How is that a defense? Like, that's just another negative. It's like they obviously should have had a worldwide release. It's like so many companies do that now. It's like you start working on the localization as you write the game, right? That's what most companies do these days. All right, do any of these have buffs tied to it? I don't think so. I really should do some of them though, just because their AP cost is down and it's free SQ. George one's only 2 nodes. I don't exactly want to rush off into Babylonia yet. I want to at least level up Arash and maybe even Ushi. Yeah, I guess Atlas up to this point hasn't been very good with PC. I should get Caesar Bond. I could see me leveling him. Not necessarily as my next pick or anything, but it could happen. I doubt this stage is even gonna demand an NP out of me. Oh man, guys, these promo CEs, they're helping so much. Japan is just still really stuck on that they think piracy is a big problem on PC, and like they see piracy numbers of a game and they're like, oh man, look at all those lost sales, and they don't realize most piracy numbers are from people that wouldn't have bought the game anyway, and it's like you're just way better off getting and like what's even funnier is like they think the people that pirate a game are people that would have bought it on console otherwise, which they absolutely are not. Generally they wouldn't have bought it in the first place. And if they would have bought it, they would have bought it on PC, right? But they just don't get that. They're starting to slowly get it though. Like over the last few years, Japan has definitely started to do a lot more with PC than they had in like the past, 20 years. I think they're starting to realize, oh, it's free money. It's like, oh yeah, if we just make a PC version, we just sell more copies. Wow, what a concept. Yeah, piracy is a mixture of people that have no money, and so they could even if it doesn't matter like what platform it's on, they're normally like teenagers that don't have money. That's what most piracy is, and it's people in countries that can't legally buy the games. That's a lot of piracies from countries that have just literally no way to officially buy the game, and if they do, because of regional issues, it's like ludicrously expensive, and so there's just no way they're going to do it. That is most piracy, right? And sure, there are some people that are just shitheads and they're just gonna pirate it, but the thing is, most of those shitheads, they wouldn't buy it legally anyway, right? Because all they're doing is pirating games. And like most of those people, if all you do is put your game out on like PlayStation 5, right? That's all you do. If in a hypothetical world we put it out on PC and some people pirated it, most of those people that pirated it were not going to just buy it on PlayStation 5, right? So even if some of the people that pirated it, you know, or people that would have bought it on PC otherwise, that's not any worse than just not putting it on PC at all, right? Like, you want to get your game on as many platforms as possible. That's all there is to it, right? The only time you don't want to do that is if you are a, like, console developer and you're like sponsoring or subsidizing a game to try to push sales of your console, right? But even that doesn't make a lot of sense anymore, and I actually don't know why so many, actually it's not happening as much anymore. Like Sony and Microsoft and stuff, they are starting to lighten up on that stuff, and they are starting to bring their like console exclusives to PC later and stuff like that. And the reason it doesn't make any sense is because consoles are sold at a loss now. It literally doesn't make sense. Like, they want their console to be like a Steam store, right? And to some extent they can be sometimes, so they do make some money that way. But that's, I think, a big part of it is, it's kind of just an old business model that we've kind of forgotten. It's like, you know, we really should just be selling our games on as many platforms as humanly possible because it's just more money. Especially Nintendo. I have no idea why Nintendo hasn't moved to PC. They're like the only console ones that haven't. Like, if you put out, you could do them in, like, you don't even have to bring out Smash Ultimate on PC, although obviously that would sell the best. But if they put Brawl on PC, top seller on Steam day one, immediately. Like, immediately. You put out Mario Galaxy, you put out Mario Sunshine, you put out Mario 64, you put out Mario Kart, all of that stuff is going to be a top seller immediately, right? So you start with like Mario Kart, then you do like I don't remember what the sequel was, you know, like Double Dash or whatever, right? And then you eventually put up the more recent Mario Karts. Every one of them top seller, every one of them, right? And same thing for, you know, Mario 64, Mario Galaxy, Sunshine, all that nonsense. You know, and Smash, all that. So much money, just so much money. It is insane. So I think Microsoft has started to bring their stuff to PC, but it took them quite a while, and that one is even dumber, right? It's like, yeah, it's dumb that Sony and Nintendo are so slow, although Sony's getting there now. But, you know, it's stupid for them, but it is even stupider that it took Microsoft this long to be like, wait a minute, we're Windows. We should be putting our games on Windows. Like, hello? Like great marketing, guys. Really taking advantage of your platform. But yeah, maybe someday we'll have Nintendo games on PC. That would be swell. But it's gonna be forever. I mean, all Japanese companies are really bad with this stuff, and Nintendo especially. Like, they're a dinosaur when it comes to understanding the internet, let alone PC. It is weird though. I cannot think of the positive for like Nintendo. Like, if I was Nintendo, this is what I would do. I'd bring games out on console exclusive for a while because, you know, you can still, you know, get people to your eShop and everything else, right? So, but then after it's been out for like 6 months or whatever, then bring it to PC. And that extra time makes sure you can do a really good PC port and stuff. Now, eventually, once you have a big enough market on PC, I would stop doing that, right? If you're starting to get really good sales on PC, then you just bring it out, you know, universally on every console at the same time. Like, but the thing is, they're not going to have like good ports right away. Like, of course they won't. Like, they'll be terrible for a long time. But eventually, you're going to get a user base on PC that's so large, there's no reason not to just release your new game on all the consoles at once. There's no benefit to it. And the only thing I can even think of is because they're trying to get people to like adopt their console, so they use their eShop or the PlayStation Store or the Xbox marketplace and stuff like that. That's the reason they're doing it, because they can't compete with Steam on PC. That's why you just take advantage of Steam and make money from them. Surely Sanson can kill this, right, guys? He's even got a buff from Stheno. Like surely he can do this damage, right? I'm gonna have to grail this man to like 104 or something to get him 10k attack. Hey, got it. A little bit closer than I would like. Dragon Fang, oh yeah, that's what I needed. There's hardly any servants that are gonna use those. The thing is, it's true Nintendo fans will buy anything anyways, but that doesn't help them because they're selling their console at a loss. They used to sell their consoles at a gain, and so then it made a lot of sense to try to push console sales, but that doesn't happen anymore. Even the Switch is sold at a loss now. So, you know, it's like it doesn't matter. Yeah, you make some money off the peripherals and stuff, but you can do that anyway. Like, bro, you make a proper PC version. Like, what is wrong with Nintendo? Like, they could just sell a GameCube controller, right? That it just works with PC or on the Switch natively. But you know, you have to make an adapter and all that because they're stupid, right? Just sell a GameCube controller, and you are gonna have so many people buy that. And if you made a GameCube controller that could plug into a PC without an adapter, you know, so many people would buy that. Like, yeah, it might not sell as well as like the Xbox one, but you're gonna make loads of money from that. You don't need Switch sales to get peripheral sales. People like the GameCube controller. Sell it. Hello? Right? Like, but they're always so hesitant to sell it for some insane reason. Meanwhile, you got like 80 Smash players a day breaking their GameCube controller because they're mad because they got, you know, spiked off the stage and they have to buy a new one constantly, right? So it's like, the demand is quite high for those things, so I honestly have no idea why they don't just sell them. They always make like a limited version, you have to get an adapter, and then they stop making them. And then third parties make them, and then the third parties make the money. It's like, why are you giving the money to the third parties, right? Just make it yourself. Legend of the Samurai, though. Actually, let's do the Protoku one because it's 3 ticks. I'm just getting carried by random stuff right now, but who cares? Like I just the whole console market at this point is just, it's getting silly. Oh yeah, didn't the, I saw, was it today, they announced for Smash the, what's his name, the Kingdom Hearts big shoe guy. Are people mad or happy about that? Because I know Kingdom Hearts is super popular, but I don't know, I can see people being mad about that one. I don't really like any of the deals. I mean, I guess because it was Banjo-Kazooie, that one was good. But I don't really like most of the Smash DLC because it doesn't feel like... Most of the Smash DLC does not feel like it's a natural fit for Smash, or they're doing it because people wanted it, or because it fits. They're doing it because company stuff. Almost all of the Smash DLC just feels like the higher-ups at Nintendo told Sakurai he needs to do this because they have a business arrangement with this other big company, and they want that money. And it's like, oh, we gotta promote the new game. Oh, we gotta promote this other big IP. Right, like them putting in Byleth. I mean, it just feels like they're promoting things, not that they're actually picking things that make a lot of sense in Smash. So I haven't liked much of it because most of it's like just really out of place to me. Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie makes sense, right? That's kind of like Sonic, right? He fits the game really well. You know, so that's fine. And there's a few that are okay, but most of them just feel like, hey, we're either promoting our own game or we're promoting someone else's game. Yeah, I think Sakurai even said he didn't even want to do he didn't even want to do Korin, but the higher up said he had to. Now, I don't blame him. From what I've heard, a lot of the decisions with the DLC characters aren't really up to the developer of Smash. It's up to the higher ups at Nintendo. But that's why they feel like dog shit, is because their decisions are being made by suits, right? And they're picking popular nonsense and they're picking like what's in the 15 minutes of fame, right? Like what's relevant, like right now, not necessarily what's actually going to be a gaming icon, you know, like forever and stuff like that. So I don't know, it feels a bit silly. But it doesn't really matter. The base roster is good enough, so it's kind of whatever. Although I guess, well, I will say, I do feel the Waluigi fans. I don't even think there's that many Waluigi fans, right? It's just kind of a meme at this point. But Waluigi really should be in, and he's in. How is he in Mario Tennis? He's in Mario Golf. He's in, you know, all of that stuff. You know, he's in all the Mario Party games and stuff like that. But he's not in Smash. But Wario is, right? It's kind of fucked up. So I do get the complaints about that. I do wish they would put in more Nintendo characters, right? Like, I mean, they do for the base roster, but you know, add like a Space Pirate, you know, add Rundus from Metroid, right? Add Black Shadow from F-Zero, right? Like, get some of that stuff in there. I have actually never played Wario in a Smash game. I haven't really played a Smash game in a long time, but anytime I've played them, I've never played Wario, but I do think his gameplay is hilarious. I mean, you fart on people. I mean, it's pretty good. I might play Smash again soon. I haven't played it in a really long time, but I might mess about with it at some point. I can play with, I have a GameCube controller now, so I really, when Ultimate came out, I had no fun with it, just because I could not get a GameCube controller at the time, and interfacing with the game with like the Joy-Cons, just nope, did not care for that, and I don't like the Pro Controller either, so. I don't know who I would really play in Ultimate, and like the past games are just depend on the game, because a lot of my favorite characters would get cut. You're like, oh hey, we're in this game, now we're not in it anymore. Also Smash 4 sucked and I didn't really play it because that game sucks. Smash 4 is like the worst Smash game ever, by the way. I fucking hate that game. There's so much about that game's design that I don't like. Brawl's pretty bad too, but the thing is Brawl has like awesome single player, right? Brawl was not a good like 1v1 game, but it was still a good like, you know, just have fun with your friends game, right? Like that, it was still fine for that. And it had the boss rush and the story and all that, but I did not like Smash 4 at all. Like, there's just so much about it. I don't want to get into that. But if I played Ultimate, I'd probably play like Wolf, Ganondorf. Wait, who's in that game? Fuck. I don't remember, dude. That roster's huge, but I mean, Wolf and Ganondorf are awesome. Bowser, I like Bowser a lot. Although I like him way more in Melee. He was so much more like badass in Melee. Now he's like a wrestler. It's like, what? He used to bite people. Dude, Bowser used to bite people. You would claw them and just bite their face off, right? That was badass. And he had like a way more like evil design. Now he just like you're kind of, oh, Ridley. Yeah, Ridley's pretty cool. I don't know if I'd play Ridley, even though I love him to death, just because, I don't know, his gameplay looks a little strange to me. But I haven't actually played him, but I've just, you know, I've seen other people play him, like videos and stuff. But yeah, Ridley's awesome. Regular Samus is okay. I don't know, there'd probably be some characters that I would play that I just forget that are even in the game. But yeah, Wolf and Ganondorf come to mind, because they're cool. What do I summon here? I guess a Lancer. You know what, let me just summon my coup. Like, when in doubt, that'll get the job done. I would never... Why would you ever think that, Fury? What the fuck? I'd be more likely to play Pichu than Pikachu, to be honest. The one Pokemon I remember I played in Brawl was Charizard. I played him some, because you could do like the headbutt with the rock. That was pretty great. Dude, Hazama combos in BlazBlue, especially like the older BlazBlue games, were so... Some of them were so annoying to learn. Like you had like some like 2-frame and 1-frame links and stuff. That was awful. God, Hazama's cool and everything, and you know, his combos were really flashy and he was very powerful. At least in some, not in every iteration, but he's been powerful in a lot of BlazBlue games. But his combos were not fun to learn at all. Like, they were an absolute nightmare. Yeah, I remember I used to practice Hosmo like all the time. I would spend hours and hours like in training mode with Hosmo. But my win rate, if I played like ranked, would be higher with other characters that I did not train with very much at all, just because his combos were just so hard to pull off. Now as the games went on, they made Hosma easier to play. But yeah, I remember in some of the earlier iterations it was pretty fucked. You know, I'm not crazy about Dark Samus. I don't mind Dark Samus, but what I like is Metroid Prime in Metroid Prime's regular form. Now, that's clearly not going to be playable, but Metroid Prime is cooler when he had his own body, right? When you're just copying Samus, it's like, it's like, hey, I'm Samus, but evil, right? Liked him a lot more when he was Metroid Prime, right? Technically, he still is Metroid Prime, but, you know, it's kind of weird, right? I mean, it's okay, though. I don't hate it, but I'd probably just play regular Samus, to be honest. If they added, though, Metroid Prime, I would play that. I would play the shit out of that. I'd play a Space Pirate, I'd play Rundus. I don't know, I'd probably play Ridley if I ever played Smash again. I probably will. I'll probably get around to it. I don't see why not. I mean, either one, yeah, right? Because you know, Metroid Prime was like the blue essence thing, right? And then he made that exoskeleton. Either way, though, either one's fine. I get the exoskeleton probably looks the coolest, but the pure Metroid Prime form is really cool too. So either way, you know what's disappointing to me, chat? In Metroid Prime 3, he had the perfect opportunity. I literally thought this. I remember like the very end of Metroid Prime 3, I was so confident that Dark Samus was going to turn back into something at least reminiscent of essence of Metroid Prime, right? I completely thought that, and then with the way everything was going on with the phase on, and I thought that was totally happening. Nope, just does like Mother Brain clone and then dies. I was like, what? How did you not? Like, how? I cannot believe they did not do that. I was so shocked by that. Like, what a waste of a final boss there. It'd be fun to play some Smash with chat. It'd probably be a shit show until I get like used to the game, because probably people here that have been playing Smash for years and years and years, and I haven't touched the thing in forever. But that could be a fun thing to do. Do like as a bonus stream. Saber is a good class here. Mordred it is. That is not a good craft essence for this, but fuck it. I really wish we had a new BlazBlue game. Although, I'm kind of worried. I feel like if they make a new BlazBlue game, they're going to dumb it way down. Because that's like how all fighting games are now. And like Guilty Gear's been more streamlined and all that. And what I really like about BlazBlue is how unique it was, right? I mean, anyone here that played BlazBlue, that played Carl, right? Like Carl, that character is insane. Like who makes that in a fighting game, right? And there was so much wackiness like that in BlazBlue that, like, depending what character you pick, you had such a different experience and completely different mechanics. And I really liked that. And I feel like if they ever bring BlazBlue back, they're gonna get rid of a lot of that. Cause like they'll make Carl like they made Relius. Because let's be honest, anyone that knows BlazBlue, it's like Relius is Carl for dummies. That's what he is. I mean, it's like he's so much more streamlined gameplay-wise, and so much easier, right? Like it doesn't even. I think at like the very high end, Carl was a better character, but it didn't matter, right? Because you had to be like 10 head to play Carl, right? And you could just be Smork to play Relius and do well, right? But yeah, if BlazBlue ever came back, I think they'd kind of run it. But who knows? Yeah, BlazBlue was definitely the fighting game that I liked the most. Yeah, I'm sure there'd be people in our chat that would also suck at Smash. You're gonna have both, but you know that it is what it is. But that's a fun idea though. We could just mess about, right? Do some one-on-ones, do some team fights, do some item fights, and then go back to 1v1 and go back, mix it up. That'd be a fun thing to do. We'll see. Especially when nothing's going on in FGO, that would make sense to do. Well, right now I want to beat Tales of Arise, for God's sakes. Look at all this SQ we're getting right now, though. Medusa carry, let's go. I wish Ganon wasn't like the worst character in Smash. Thankfully, at like, you know, low levels and even mid levels of play, it's not a big deal. But at high levels of play, it's a big deal. So, chat, do you think, is it, I may be on some copium right now, but Cairo was talking about this, and it makes a degree of sense. What if the event coming up that's 5.5 locked is a challenge quest event? Because they said that they wanted to separate like the really hard content from the lottery events, because no one wants to do hard content when they're farming lotteries. Now, that doesn't mean that they're even going to do like a Guildfest style thing again, right? They might just do, you know, challenge quests like normal spread throughout, and they're just not during lottery events. It's not like they have to have another like challenge quest spam event. But, you know, if they wanted to make hard content and you made it 5.5, you know, it makes sense. But I'd say the last time they did a story lock for an event, it was garbage, and there was nothing. Like, chat, what do you think we're gonna have in a month? Do you think I'm gonna be streaming it, and then chat's like, oh wow, this is awesome? Or do you think we're gonna be like, oh yeah, we totally needed this to be 5.5 lock to beat that 30k health boss, right? Like, which way do you think it's gonna go? Because I have a feeling it's gonna be the 30k health boss way, because they are allergic to fun over here. Because that's happened several times where they like, oh, you gotta beat, you know, the story to do this, and then like most of the in-game story is like fourth wall breaking bullshit that's not even serious, and then the content is a joke, right? It's like, why do we need this? I'm telling you, under no circumstance should they ever do event story locks. It does not make any sense. Like, and they've already shown that they don't need to do it, because for 4.5, which, you know, has spoilers for the main story, they let you do it, and they just gave you a spoiler box warning that was like, you know, if you do this before you do Lost Belt, whatever, there's spoilers for it, right? But then you have the option to do it if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to, right? And you can do the same thing for difficulty. Like, okay, this is a high difficulty event, this is designed for veteran players, you don't need to do it. But hey, if you want to give it a shot, you can, right? There's no reason we can't make the game this way, because they already have made the game that way. But then they just randomly do these story locks again. They haven't done an event story lock though in, I mean, years, I think. So I don't know why they're bringing it back all of a sudden. I feel like it's Tight Moon acting like they think people just care so much about spoilers. Like, I think that's what it is, but I don't think people actually care that much. And if they do, they can just skip the event. Like, I really think it's Tight Moon just like having their head up their ass about the story. I hope it's good though. Oh my god, we haven't had a good event in so long. Yeah, I think you did need Lost Belt 1 for 4.5, that might be right. I'm not sure about that though, but the thing is, it had spoilers for Lost Belts beyond that, right? And I remember because they gave you a warning about the spoilers. And they did that for 5.5, because 5.5 has spoilers for Shimosa. And but you don't have to have done Shimosa to do it. And again, they just tell you, oh, if you don't want spoilers, you know, do it later. But if you want to, you can do it now, right? And that's fine. It's okay to, it's a video game, for God's sakes. I mean, most of the people that play it don't care. They might enjoy the story, and some people do like the story, but a lot of people don't care about the story, or they just, you know, enjoy it casually, and they don't care if they do 5.5 before Shimosa, or they do 4.5 before Lost Belt 4, or they don't care. Like, they don't care. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it really matters. Almost every story in FGO, it doesn't matter what like, if you just drop in Lost Belt 3, it's really not that big of a deal. Like, if you go back and then play Lost Belt 1, let's say you're really into the story and you like the kind of storytelling that FGO has, and let's say you just dropped in Lost Belt 3 and you read that, and then you went back and played Lost Belt 1, it's not ruined, right? Guys, I'm gonna, big spoilers, chat. Every time we go to a singularity, we win. Did you know that? So, yeah, we beat Lost Belt 1. Who would have guessed that we were gonna beat Ivan and Anastasia at the end? Wow. Didn't see that one coming. Because when we did Lost Belt 3 in advance, it spoils that you beat Lost Belt 1. Who knew, right? Like, who gives a shit? Like, one of the only stories I can think of that is not as good if you play it out of order is like Solomon. Right? Just because of, like, the Guadia stuff and everything. But even that, I'm sorry, guys, it's not that big of a deal, right? This is not Luke, I am your father, right? Spoilers for Star Wars, by the way. But it's not like that at all, right? FGO's story is not like some amazing 10 out of 10. You know, this is not, you know, a Song of Ice and Fire or any of that shit, right? It's fucking Fate. Like, relax. Nobody cares. Like, who cares if you know Napoleon is in Lost Belt 2? Who cares? Right? And he's just named Napoleon there. It's not like you need to be Archer of the Frozen Hill. Right? Like fucking Epic of Remnant with their, you know, Rider of Resistance. Because, oh man, we can't, it's so important that we hide their identity. Like, dude, seriously, FGO just makes me like, it makes me face desk a lot, right? Like, they act like it's so important when none of it's important. You could play the story backwards and it wouldn't really matter, right? For the most part, each story is self-contained with really light elements to the overarching story, and the overarching story is not that good. It's not that good. I said it, right? It's pretty basic stuff. Now, the overarching story doesn't necessarily need to be amazing. Sometimes all you need is a basic premise to give you, like, you know, reasons to go to these other stories, and that's fine. I'm not, like, hating on it. What I'm hating on is that they have their head up their ass and they act like it's so important that, you know, you do everything in order and, oh my god, you have to hide the identity of everyone. Guys, like, look, even Fate Zero, right? Not a video game, right? Fate Zero, it doesn't really matter if you know it's Lancelot, right? Like the Berserker, if you know it's Lancelot, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It changes nothing. It's not like a big reveal, and it's not even surprising at that point, right? Like, who cares, right? And that's an extreme case too, because most of the other identities are way less impactful than that one. That is one of the most impactful reveals I can think of. It probably is the most impactful reveal I can think of. And if that's not really that big of a deal if it gets spoiled. It changes almost nothing. And in some cases, you might actually like the story more because you understand why Lancelot's mad the whole time, right? Like, it just, the identities in Fate are not important. And you know, every blue moon they might be, but like generally they're not. And especially not in FGO. Like, and again, if it was important, then you'd have to hide all the servant names. Because a lot of the default characters show up in stories, right? Like, you know, Billy and Koo or Caster Koo and things like that. And you have, their identities are just as important as Moriarty's or as Columbus, all those. They're just as important, right? So the identity hiding thing, and then those story locked events. Like, dude, some of the events that have been story locked are so dumb. Right? They're so dumb. I mean, look at this. The maze event. I'm sure some people here like the maze event story, and that's fine. I didn't really care for it, but if you like it, that's totally fine. But literally, who cares if you play that event before you play Lost Belt like 3 and 4? Like, who cares? It doesn't affect anything. Oh man, you now know that Lost Belt 4 is going to be Indian mythology themed. Oh no! Your game is ruined. You can't have fun now. Like. It's so dumb. Cancel green for spoilers. I like how that got 99% yes. Green canceled. Yeah, you can't. What are you gonna do, chat? What are you gonna do? Demonetize me? Oh no. I already get pretty demonetized because I swear so much, by the way. Although not on my YouTube, because that's why I don't post commentary on my YouTube, because I swear like a sailor. Dude, it is so funny when I look at like what YouTube says about like my VOD channel. And like how they like rate it and what they recommend you change and stuff, and then like Twitch and stuff. I'm like, I don't remember how they word it, but you know, I'm like, you know, vulgar language or whatever. It's funny. I'm calling Mr. Twitch right now. Hello, Twitch. This guy spoiled Star Wars. I want my sub money back. I feel like anyone that would get spoiled by a Star Wars spoiler wasn't gonna watch Star Wars anyway, right? Like, I don't know, maybe if you're like 11 and like in school it gets spoiled, you know, maybe you would have watched it later, right? But literally anybody that actually cared to watch Star Wars at this point has watched it by now. And if you're 11, you're not supposed to be in my stream anyway. So, you know, there's another problem here. Because a lot of, here's another hot take. There's a lot of like younger people nowadays that they don't want to watch Star Wars. They don't care. And that's fine, right? Like, there's so many people now that like, they don't care. Times change, old man. I'm sure there's some 11-year-olds that will intend to watch Star Wars and just haven't watched it by the time they're. That's happened. Not a lot, but I'm sure that's happened. Can you please stop with the naughty words? Yeah. Yeah, I bet you there's people in my chat right now that haven't watched Star Wars, but out of that's the thing. I probably never will. That's what I was gonna say. Anybody that hasn't watched it here doesn't want to watch it. Actually, I haven't watched all the Star Wars movies. I didn't like the last one. I didn't watch that, and I watched like half of the what was the Last Jedi or whatever. I don't remember the names, but the second one of the new ones. I watched like half of it, and then it was garbage, and I kind of just like skimmed through it. I like, you know, would skip over scenes and stuff, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is dog shit. And I didn't even watch the third one. Yeah, I don't regret it at all. I don't regret it the slightest. I actually regret watching any of the second one. I was like, I could have used that time, you know, working on a YouTube video. I could have read a book. I could have worked out. I could have done laundry. You know, I could have played Earth Defense Force. I could have played Armored Core. That time could have been used for so many other things that I would not have regretted. Like when I'm on my like last leg, right, on my deathbed, I'm not gonna regret, you know, making YouTube videos. I'm not gonna regret playing Armored Core, Earth Defense Force, Metroid Prime, you know. So I'm like, yeah, that was a good time. And then I'm like, I watched some of that fucking Star Wars movie. Okay, now that wasn't a good time. That time I could I could get that back. That'd be all right. Hey, wasting time can be a good use of time. It can be. I'm not even kidding. Like, you have to be able to relax. I actually am really bad about that. This last year, I have got to... This is a real problem with being self-employed. It's like you feel like you can never take like a large amount of time off, and it's not healthy, right? Because like when you have a normal job, you normally get like at least 2 days off, right? And that's 2 days straight, right? I don't ever do that right now. And it is not healthy, and I really need to work on that, but I always feel like I need to, you know, be doing something or bettering myself or something like that, like with getting the stream better and getting better at streaming or whatever. But yeah, no, that's not healthy, and you get worse at streaming and making videos when you do it that way. What I kind of want to do, I've been wanting to do this for a while. I do want to take some time off at some point so I can, there's a lot of stuff I can do to like really clean up my editing where I can like, I need to get like a hard drive that's just dedicated to like storing sound effects and, you know, meme clips and all that kind of stuff. Because I've got some of that stored, but it's not as organized as I'd like it. And I want a whole hard drive that's nothing but that. So that way when I want to edit, I have like a library that's like ready to go, easy to access, and it's really quick. Because right now the way I do it, it's not quick. And I want to clean that up. But that takes a lot of time, actually. It's mundane because it's very tedious kind of work. It's not, you know, hard, but it's a lot of mundane stuff. So I want to take like a, you know, a day or two and kind of get that sorted. Because I think that'll give me a lot of options for what I want to do, like editing wise in the future. So. Right now I still get like sick as hell when I do the shots, but it's getting better. So. I'm actually super looking forward to once I get like ahead of it. Like after you start feeling like better after like 6 months, they generally say. So that is work related. That's true, but it's something that needs to get done though. That's what I'm saying. It needs to happen. Yeah, I'm right now. I'm terrible with my my off time. It's not a big deal though. I'll get it sorted. You know, like I say, I'm lucky as fuck. You know that I've got what I've got. So. Dude, I think the Liz event starts tonight. I think. And I wish I was looking forward to that, but I know they're gonna I think everything about it's gonna be lame. I bet you we can't do the challenge quests. Like it's just gonna be awful, right? And I doubt they're even gonna main interlude it. I don't know. Maybe they do, but the way they're introducing it, it doesn't seem like they're gonna main interlude it. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, because what they always do when they main interlude is they let people play the event again, and its main interlude state for free. And then if you don't do that, then you can buy it for rare prisms. That's what they always do. And they always say that in like when they're talking about the event, when they're like hyping it up. And as far as I'm aware, they have not done that for this Liz thing, so I don't think it's going to be a main interlude. The thing is, I can't imagine, because it's clearly going to be like the main interlude format, because they said you can't farm and that kind of stuff. So why put in the effort to essentially have a main interlude of Halloween and then not make it a main interlude? Right, like why? Oh, you're right. They're probably going to time lock the hell out of it. You're definitely right about that one. That's all FGO's been lately, is put in almost no content in the game and then arbitrarily try to drag it out. Like Lost Belt 6 was insane, like that. They already confirmed no challenge quest. Why? Like, chat, I want an answer here. What is the reason to not add the challenge quests? They're already created, they're already in the game, and we ain't got nothing better to do. Right? The player base has nothing to do right now. Like, what? Even if you don't, let's say like, oh, we don't want to give them that many lures right now. We don't want to give them summon tickets right now. Then just don't put a reward on it, and just let people play it. Right? Like, you can fight Kiara right now, and there's no reward. Why can't we fight those challenge quests? Now, the first Halloween event didn't really have a challenge quest. It just had, like, you know, a final main story fight, which didn't really matter. But, like, some of the, like, Halloween 3 did, right? The Mecha Liz one, that had a challenge quest. That was the Moriarty one. I like that one. That's a fun one, right? Yeah, sure, it's not the hardest one ever or anything, but that's a good one. Yeah, why, literally, why? What is wrong with this game, dude? There's literally no answer to this. There's no explanation for this kind of thing. You know, the Moriarty challenge quest is already in the game, and you could just make it available, like they did Kiara, and you just make it replayable forever, and people can just go fight Moriarty when they want to. What's the harm? And I see some people like, oh, I wouldn't do that. It's a waste of time. Then don't do it. It's optional. Who cares, right? It's like a lot of people don't fight Kiara, even though you're allowed to fight Kiara whenever you want, right? A lot of people don't bother. But it's like, it's not bad to have it as an option. By the way, though, I hate that Kiara, of all bosses, is the first replayable boss fight. Because it's not a good boss fight. Like, Kiara is boring. Like, she is really boring. Because it's like, you either meta ham it, and you just murder it, and it's super easy. Or you stall it, and it's also super easy, but then it's long. It's a bad boss. It's not fun. So it's like, I mean, sure, I'd rather have it be replayable than not. But my god, out of all the bosses and challenge quests and such that could be replayable, that is not the one I'd want. Yeah, Kamo would be way better. Kamo's not like my favorite either. Like, Kamo's good. It's a fine boss fight. But that's by no means like my favorite, you know, hard boss fight. But that's so much better than Kiara. Like, Kamo's way better. Also a better character, by the way. I don't think it was an oversight. I think the reason it happened is because she was basically the challenge quest of CCC, but she was also the final main story fight. So that's why I think it happened. And that's a unique case. If that hadn't happened, I don't think it would be replayable. Also, if she was just a side challenge quest, I don't think she'd even be in the event. I don't think they would let you do it. Like, if the main interlude, the maze event, they'll probably let us refight Kama. Because Kama is like the only other boss in the game that is like Kiara, where she's kind of like a challenge quest, but she's also the main story final fight. But that event also came with a challenge quest, unlike CCC. You know, and now it's quite hard. It was the, like, shooting Banana Oni, Kiyohime, right? There's the AoE one. That one won't be in the main interlude. Like, no way. It should be. It absolutely should be, and I wish it was, because it's a pretty legit challenge quest. But yeah, they wouldn't do it. Say, why do you have a wheel of a shopping cart? What are we doing here? This is only wave 2. Uh-oh. Wish someone else had a Buster card for Siegfried there. I found it while working. Guess it's old shopping cart, I assume. Say, are you working and listening to me on like your phone? Is that what you're doing right now? Yeah, I've heard from people that work in like grocery stores and stuff that people steal shopping carts like crazy. It's like a huge problem. Speaking of Metroid Prime, here's some music. I need to check if I can get Metroid Prime on PC and I can use a normal controller. I want to stream that game. It's been so long since I played it. I won't remember any of the puzzles. I don't remember shit really aside from just like the aesthetic, and I remember some of the gameplay mechanics and stuff because of course I do, but I don't remember the puzzles at all. So say you didn't answer me, and I'm curious here. I need info. Yeah, generally emulators aren't that complicated, so... Actually, I'm sure they do sell shopping carts somewhere. I'm sure if you go to like Amazon or whatever, I'm sure you can. There'll be various ways to get it. Now, it is true, it kind of makes sense if grocery stores sold them. And then, you just keep them in stock, right? That might alleviate some of the stealing. People tear them apart for scrap. Interesting. I had a friend that stole a shopping cart. Why though? Because some people it's like because they're homeless or there's various reasons, but I think some people just do it because for the lulz, I guess. Apparently we're fighting Fenrir or Fafnir. I don't remember which one it is. Guys, he's totally evil human. Chat, we didn't get our human damage here, which means Fenrir is not or Fafnir is not a human. And because Zig is Fafnir, that means homunculus aren't humans either. So Zig's not a person. I mean, this logic is irrefutable. So he is indeed a cardboard box. We figured it out. No anti-cardboard servant. Give him a minute. How much SQ did we get up to from those? Wow, we almost got another for a 10 roll. We might grab that. And if you do 10 of these, you get a bonus 10 SQ. I guess Stheno, because it's the Stheno account. Oh, it's only 2 waves. Easy. So Morgan would be a better carry, but Beowulf. I should probably play my main account. If we're gonna just stick around like this, let me beat this interlude and let's just jump on my main or an A and go fight Richard or something. There's no need to just be dicking around on this account. I got the voice line, but FromSoft put it in one long file. Are you serious? Are all the voice lines in like Armored Core 4 like one file, or is it one file per character? Like, what did they do? That's pretty insane if you just have like one file that's every single voice line in the game. I'm so curious about something though, because in Armored Core 4, when Berlioz would defeat you, he has a voice line, but the NA version of it would not actually play the voice line. But the text would come up, but he wouldn't, and both PlayStation and Xbox, the voice line would not play. And I'm really curious if the voice line is actually in the files and just, so the voice line was recorded and exists. Or if it's not, if the file is not, like something's wrong with the file. Like, I really want to know why on earth that voice line doesn't play. And then I also just want to know if it was recorded and if like the voice actor's, you know, bit is actually exists, it just doesn't work for some reason. You probably have a table elsewhere for the time codes. That makes sense, but that's still insane that they did it that way. I wonder if they're at least grouped by character. That'd be. Did you do 4 or did you do 4 answer? Because I wonder if they're both like that. That'd be fucked if they were both like that. Okay, I guess we'll Morgan carry here because I don't have my main account. 4, but 4 answer looks the same. Boy, that's gonna be a pain in the butt. What about the emblems? I would so want to see some of those emblems in like good quality. Look at this really engaging content right now, chat. Skeletons of 4,000 life. Do you find that to be common, Beastly, when you look at like old games audio and stuff, where they just do one giant file and use time codes for it? Because that's pretty whack, and I wonder if that's why the Berlioz line doesn't work, if the time code is wrong. It's not playing anything or something. I love digging through spaghetti code. Yeah, some old games, man, they got some weird stuff going on under the hood from what I've seen. I don't think we even want to know what FGO's got going on. It keeps so much of it server side though, it's kind of limited. Although someone did hack it a long time ago, the Chinese version, which was pretty wild. Rip Medusa. Alright, let's go mess about on my main. That's enough Stheno account for today. So let's see if we can get one more 10 roll. Maybe that was our 10th interlude. I kind of doubt it. Oh, we got another Stheno for doing that. Yeah, no, we'd have to do one more. But we'll do that next time. Alright, give me a second here to... I gotta hook up my phone. They've said that they've fixed a lot of the spaghetti code, but I don't know if I believe them, to be honest. There's a lot of signs in this game that it still has spaghetti code. And like just the way they go about like implementing like UI updates and stuff, it just doesn't... It don't look right. Oh yeah, didn't Lip get really close to soloing the dragon? We can give her a go, why not? There we go. It was pretty quick. And then Dex crashed. I find Dex almost never crashes. It's crashed I think twice ever for me. And both times have been on the stream, so it's great. It doesn't even give me an error message. I wonder if I need to update it. It's been running kind of wonky for me lately. Round 2. Alright, let me change the stream title and we will fight some dragon. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to do their interludes. I forgot that they added those. But we'll do the dragon with passion real quick. But I might do some of those. Just I totally forgot that those existed. Sometimes the newer interludes have gameplay that's not a complete joke. Normally a bit of a joke, but all right, let's see here. Where is auto? Takes so long to scroll now because you've got the 3 per. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the. Okay, I should do that. That's what I should do. I bet you it's an extra slot. Wait, is she not an extra slot? What are we doing here? The only other slot she can be in is all. You don't have her up? She's on NA? Oh, well, rip. Well, I'm gonna do JP for now, so that don't really work. Feels bad. Alright, well, I guess we'll do the interludes then. We will fight Richard though. We'll just do different units. Alright, let's do Virtua's. What level? Level 70? Come on. Man, she's a 5-star. I don't even know why that matters, but I've noticed that interludes for lower stars, they always make lower level. Like you can see it there, Charlotte's is level 40. I don't even get that. It's like, oh, because her cap is lower, so that means the player must be weaker. Does that make sense? That face, that just, she looks insane, Motohari there. What is going on? How does this even pertain to Virtua? Like, what the hell? Well, at least you can be spooked by Virtua, and she'll probably get a rate up when they rerun the Christmas event, so just save up for that. Yeah, rave party, apparently. Yeah, I'm honestly confused what's going on right now. I do like Virtua is a troll. Like she's a prankster. A Camelot? What does this have to do with Virtua? They even have like the refugee tents. Are they just using Camelot as like a placeholder for some other thing, or what? Why in God's name? I'm so confused. Why is Virtua and Camelot fighting Gwen? Why? Like, I'm actually confused right now. I'm guessing we're in the simulator or something. He's reading our memories or something. Why though? Why though? So they're gonna do some stupid gimmick because you can't bring a team. So they're obviously gonna do a stupid gimmick here. We'll do Atlas just cause. Yeah, I haven't leveled my Virtua's skills because I don't feel like my Virtua's worth using because she's in P1 right now. Because I have friends that already have her at like higher. So if I get, the second I get her in P2 or something, then I'd... Wow, really? I hate this game. This could be so good. This is literally Gwaine. He's got his gift and everything. But you have to fight it with Virtua, and it looks like she just has like triple guts or something. Actually, she probably has more than that, because... it looks like she gets her NP every time guts goes off. Dude. This is so dumb. This would be so... This costs like 5 AP. You could just... And this isn't above quest. Let me be clear. When you get... if you have like a unit you like, and they get, this happens sometimes, like Tristan has an interlude where you fight Camelot Tristan, right? But he's even harder. He's actually harder than he was in the Camelot fight. But it's tied to a buff. So if you want to keep the fight, you don't get the buff, and that sucks. This is not tied to a buff. So you could just keep it and no problem. Like how you can keep the Lion King fight with Mordred's interlude, not tied to a buff, no big deal. So this one you could keep no problem. I mean, this would be incredible. This would be so awesome if we could just keep this stage. That would be so incredible. But you can't, you don't get to even use units, right? You just have to use Virtua. And I'm pretty sure, we'll see. It's either you have triple guts or like unlimited guts or something, because they expect you to win, you're going to need unlimited guts, I think. Yeah, he's got the damage resist. We're doing barely anything there. Does anyone know what the story is here? I would never expect you to refight Dwayne. His attack stat is lower though. I think his attack stat is definitely lower. Although he didn't do a buster, he did like quick art or art or something. But still, I don't think he has as high of attack. I honestly, at this point, the lack of story replay, I legitimately think it's two things. It's either Nasu being a jackass and he's like trying to keep the story special, which is absurd because you can it's like you don't beat Tsukihime and then you're not allowed to play it again, right? That's dumb, right? And second, I think the other thing, and this is my guess. This is why I think we don't have story replay. They don't think it's worth the man hours to make it. Because most games have it in their game inherently. The UI supports it inherently, so they don't have to do very much, right? FGO didn't. So FGO would have to actually like make a UI for it. It would take like hours and hours and hours, right, to do it. And they're like, well, we wouldn't make any money from that. And this is actually a huge problem with FGO in general and with a lot of games. And I have seen veteran developers talk about this. This is not just my opinion. There's been a lot of veteran video game developers that have talked about this, where companies, especially the higher ups, they literally they're bad at their jobs at actually making money because all they chase is short-term gain, right? They want their quarterly report to look good. But that catches up with you. For example, I see this all over FGO. And I see this over a lot of other like games that are like long running, you know, MMOs, gacha games, online games, even some fighting games even, where they only want to put out updates that directly makes them money right now. Because that's why we don't get like a whole revamped early game, right? Like that's why they don't cut out all the filler, rewrite it, rebalance it, you know, make the early game experience for FGO a lot more fun, a bit snappier, smoother, right? They don't do that because it's like, well, how do we make money from that, right? That could cost us a lot of money and a lot of time. You might have to hire new staff, and that doesn't make us any money. Nothing's rated up. That's not like Oberyn. We don't make all this money. Look, we just make some 2D pixels there and sell a Vortigern and Oberyn, and we make, you know, millions of dollars, right? So why revamp the story? And the answer is why you revamp the story is because you need players to wail on Vortigern. You need more players to wail on Morgan, and you need a player base. Like you need to new players need to be happy to become long-term players. You gotta have a long-term goal here, right? It is worth it in the short term to, you know, slow down development in other areas and to clean up your game, having a good new player. Because I'm sorry, FGO's new player experience is awful. I mean, it is absolutely awful. And it is worth it for them to take some time and to clean it up and make it better and just make the game better, because then less people quit, more people join, more people stick with it, and then more people in the long run. You're gonna have a larger player base, so when you bring out Waifu X, more people will buy it. Where if you just keep releasing Waifu X and you haven't made the game better, yeah, you'll make more money in the short term, but eventually your player base just gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, right? And this is a common mistake that a lot of developers make. You know, they look at what can we do to make money right now. They don't look at what can we do. Wow, when her guts goes off, she gets attack up, NP up, full heal. So I'm guessing that's how you win, is you just keep ramping every time guts goes off. It looks like that you don't have unlimited guts. You have 3 guts, but I'm guessing you get this NP up again, you get this attack up again, and this looks like a flat damage up, so it ignores counter class. So she just gets more and more damagey as this goes. That means this skill is kind of pointless right here. Oh, I see though. You can have your right mid stacks. It's kind of interesting. Well, we're about to get blown up by his NP. Hey, sir. Yeah, I know, Red. Unfortunately, that's how most game developers see it, is what they try to do is have their cake and eat it too. They're like, okay, we know our new player experience is bad, but we don't want to actually put effort into fixing it. So let's just let everyone rush through it really quickly. But most people will just quit the game. That doesn't work, right? But that is what most developers do. That's what Vindictus did. That's what, like, so many MMOs do. Game after game does it that way. Because they want to be able to keep putting their development into making shiny new waifu or new dungeon or whatever, you know, whatever their game is about. They want to be able to do that and then also, you know, deal with their bad new player experience, but it just doesn't work. Like, that's a really crappy way to go about it. Man, this stage could have been so cool if the just let you fight it normal again. That'd have been great. I wish you could. I want to fight the anniversary version of Quain again, because he has like 600,000 health. But the thing is, that's more than 200,000 more health because of his damage resist. Like, in practicality, it's actually a lot more than that. So Anniversary Gwaine was just this huge, like, value check, right? But you still get rewarded for being able to deal with the debuffs and things like that, and slow down his NP. And it's just really fun. I really like Anniversary Gwaine. But sadly, we've never got to fight him again. Actually, holding on to this skill finally paid off. Yeah, she's getting so much damage, and I think the flat damage is what's really helping her, but it's hard to say because that attack up could be like 100% or 200%. I can't believe Virtua could solo the Gwaine fight, I know, right? It might have a lower attack stat though, it's hard to test it, but I think he does have a lower attack stat than normal. Yeah, he's only hitting for 5k on a Lancer. So yeah, his attack stat is absolutely lower than it normally is. And it's hard to say about his resistance, it could be lower. Well, they don't give you unlimited guts though, so you could theoretically lose this, but you do so much damage with these buffs. And then you can also have your casted guts, so you get another one. I bet you if your Virtua though was minimal level, did not have foe items, and you had no good craft essences for her, and you just played like an idiot, you could lose this stage. You'd have to work, you'd have to like really work at it, but I think it is possible to lose that stage. Because you can, I think, when does it unlock? Because maybe you might be level 70 or level 80, right? You could have like an unleveled up Mystic Code, you might be newer to the game, you got Virtua right off the bat, then you quit playing for a while, then you came back. You had no good craft essences, right? So you're using garbage. So you might be able to find a way to lose. I think we actually would have died in like 2 turns. The guts was not infinite, it went away. You have 3 stacks of it. Unless it comes back, unless like, just kidding, and then after it runs out there, it comes back, but what's infinite is the proc off of guts going off. That was infinite. That's really weird though. I really want to know what the story reason is for her being there. Yeah, I know, Arknights they got like main interludes, but way better than FGO. Yeah, I know, I've been playing it. They can do old stages, and they can replay them. And then if you want to play the stage for fun and not for the drop, you can cancel it, you get the AP back, right? They even give the challenge stages. They didn't just add the event stages in the event main story, they added the challenge stages too. And some of the challenge stages are actually quite good. But yeah, DW win. And thank you for the 100 bits, by the way. Kind of weird that we're playing not Virtua in Virtua's interlude here. I wonder if we're still in Camelot or if this is some other random thing. Could be Lost Belt 4. It wouldn't surprise me if Virtua wanted to see Lost Belt 4 stuff. I kind of skipped through the story there on accident. That is that is the moon cell. Oh, okay. Sure. Maybe this is supposed to be inside Virtua's cube and they're using the moon cell as placeholder, but I kind of doubt that because we're moon cancer right now. I have no idea. I need to look up translations for this. I need to know what's going on. Let's see our damage. I like that NP a lot more in stage 1, but it's still passable here. That was not the best damage on the main target. She is so tanky though, it's ridiculous. Her damage is absolutely horrible, but thinking about killing the back one to get more overkill, but this is fine. Well, I'm sure Virtua is being a troll, but that doesn't really explain why we're in Camelot or Mooncell right now. That's kind of just a given. That, I got my skills confused there. I knew she did that, but that was not, Okay, well, let's kill this one, and then hopefully the next guy will have big health and our NP won't go to waste. Wanted to get 200%, but now I'm just gonna overcharge like a champ. I was wanting to wait until that guy was dead, but I could have just attacked. I could have saved the skill. I also should have brought Atlas so I could get rid of the skill seal. I should have done the attack up last time. I NP'd actually. She might not kill that 28k one, and if she does, she'll target switch. I was going through our memories to see hardship. Why? Like, what does that even do? And then what does that have to do with Parvati? That's kind of strange. But yeah, now she's pulling Parvati and Elephant Lady. Oh, hi Parvati. Oh, look at her getting pierced invulnerability. Oh, aren't you fancy? Well, hopefully her attack stat's not too high, otherwise we are gonna have a bad time here. Uh-oh. If I had known they were gonna do that, I would have brought, Anniversary Blonde. Hope we don't get one shot. I have a feeling her attack stat's going to be insanely low, or you don't need to win to win. Okay, really wish I had Atlas right now. I kind of want to reset because I feel like if you lose, you win, but I think we can beat this. Like, if you play well, you can do this. We're not dead yet, but I think it's going to catch up with us here. Atlas would have been so good here. The Vade kind of bailed us out there. Oh, that's so boring. Look, they give us damage resist. Game, please. By the way, the player almost never has damage resist, so that's kind of unique. This is absolutely beatable without that, though. If you min-max it with your Mystic Code, you could do it. I mean, so let's see how far we can get. Oh, 95%. Damn it. I would have lived here, though. I would have lived here, and then we got invulnerability and healed again. Yeah, we could have done this. We still might win it, where we wouldn't have needed the damage resist. Because of the heal there, I think we would have. And that's not even that. Wait, that's not even a damage resist. I bet you it's NP damage resist. Because you were surprised. Yeah, I think that's what that kanji is right there. I think you were supposed to get this before she NP'd. So it didn't hit you so hard. So it's actually not affecting us at all right now. So let's see how we do. It's gonna be close. I should have cast that next turn. The damage is nice, but I should save the defense up. There's a chance that we lose. We'll see. If I do this again, though, I don't want to get that damage resist for the NP. I want to beat it without it. So it's actually gonna kind of. It was kind of lucky that we hadn't killed that thing before. Now we're gonna win. Yeah, she did, but it was close. If I'd saved that defense up though and cast it here, and depending on how that damage just works, we might have lived this turn. Alright, we'll watch the story here. I don't need those at all. I've never farmed these once in my entire life, and sometimes I normally, well, actually, I'm not sure how much I buy these from shops. So, I don't know. I don't really think about it. I don't ever go after them though, and I'm sitting on that many. I need them. I'd give them if I could. So does Virtua just spend her days in Chaldea trolling people? Doesn't seem like a bad existence. Sounds like something a guy who never rolled Moriarty would say. You shut your whore mouth, Otto. By the way, if I did get Moriarty, I would clearly have enough though. Let me look. How many does he take? Okay, let's see here. You need 24 for Ascension, and then you need 36 per skill, so I'd be fine. That's a lot, obviously, but I would be fine. The part that would actually annoy me is the Void Dust, because I have so many of the fluid and the, what are those, stingers or whatever? I have so many of those, so who cares? And then pages are nothing, but the Void Dust would be the problem there. Lion King, maybe? I bet you we're not going back to Camelot. That was probably a one-time thing. Oh, hi, Rama. Are we gonna play Rama now? Is she trolling Rama right now? Is that the Monkey King or whatever? The one that... Because I don't know that whole monkey business that resulted in the Curse of Separation. It was like the monkey's wife. Or whatever. Yeah, are we seriously trolling Rama because of the wife thing? Is that what's happening? Okay, now we're fighting Shadow Virtua. I have no idea what's going on. What's her name? I wonder if it's representing the witch or something. So we get an attack up or an apply an effect on an attack. He has defense up. Yeah, let's go full NP. Rama deserves better, that's true. Looks like we just have attack up. That's kind of weird. She gets defense up and we get attack up. I'm guessing her defense up is bigger than our attack up though. The permanent curse Sergeant down. No mystic code. I really like this NP. The CGI is atrocious, but now it looks good, right? Once it gets to this point, it's fine. 259, get out of here. 115, hello. Look at that. The second place one, which is weaker, but it crit, so it did 115k, and then the third place one, which was more, just did 32k. Jeez. Yeah, much ooga booga there. I'm not sure that was actually Virtua. I'm not quite sure what the deal is. Okay, that I'm okay with. Give me more of this. Give me lots more of that. Coke, yep. Void Coke. Man, I wish that Gwaine fight had just been permanent. I feel like Sita would be pretty popular if they added her, so it's kind of lame they don't. I will say, I legitimately think if they add her though, they need to do it in a main story or a major event. Like one that actually has story, and they actually do something about the curse and stuff, right? It has to be like they have to add, you gotta work for it, right? It can't just happen randomly, that wouldn't make any sense. The only way you can add her randomly, and I'm okay with this too, if they did this, I'd also be happy. If you just add her to the game without much reason, she has to have a passive where if she's on the field with Rama, one of them insta-dies, right? Or gets sacrificed, because you can stop insta-die, but you can't stop sacrifice. Yeah, so these, can't be together, right? So if you just randomly add her, then the curse is still there, and then they can't be together, right? You have to prevent that from happening. But if you want the, not to be the case, then you have to actually explain it, so. I doubt Archer Rama should be summonable because I don't think he can unbreak his bow. I don't think it works that way. Although, I don't know, they could always have him go to a blacksmith that's a heroic spirit and permanently fix his Saint Graph or whatever so the bow's back to normal, but as of right now it doesn't make any sense for him to be an archer again because, he altered his Saint Graph, so, he can't be an archer. I'm not sure Muramasa would be the one for that, but FGO would probably do that because they always got a... Oh my god. Look at this face. That's incredible, by the way. Somebody screenshot that. That's so good. Like you were saying... But yeah, Muramasa was probably who they'd pick because they gotta hype the Weep Servants. But I'm not gonna lie, Chad, I don't think Muramasa would have much experience in making a Indian bow Noble Phantasm. I don't think that would make a whole lot of sense. She looks very satisfied with herself with that expression. I really hope she gets to be in the main story at some point, but I'm not sure they're gonna bother. It's a shame because trolls are great. I'll take that SQ though. That seemed like it was just trolling the interlude. That was pretty much it. Oh yeah, I'm sure Gil has, mini Indian mythology bows, but yeah, that's different. Like, Gil, can I have one of those? Can you just hand that over? He's probably got a... Oh, hi, Billy. Wait, did I skip the story? I think I did. Dude, Billy is actually in other people's interludes all the time. He's actually gotten a decent amount of characterization that way, but his own interlude is a joke. Because he's in like Jolters a fair amount and several other ones, and all of his interactions with Robin are gold, man. I love their voice lines for each other and stuff. I want an event or a main story, a book, an anime, OVA, you know, whatever, theatrical film, right? I just want something where like Billy and Robin are in the same story and get to, you know, like, they're awesome, dude. I love their interactions. Because it's pretty organic, right? It's not like a forced thing. It makes sense that they would hang out together. It actually makes a lot of sense. And their writing is actually normally pretty funny and done well, right? So... Oh, hi, Sanson. When's your animation update? Is this scuffed assassin hour? Like, let's be honest though, Charlotte is better than Sanson in terms of gameplay. Like, Sanson is mighty scuffed. Although at least Sanson has a use for like the debuff clear, and you might actually want that on an account, where there is no reason to use Charlotte under any circumstance. Even though she has more raw value than Sanson, Sanson does have something useful that other units don't have frequently, where Charlotte's just straight outclassed by 100 Phase, Curse Arm, Kojiro, Bob, you know, you name it. Yeah, I wonder what her feelings are here, because, you know, French Revolution, all that. I'd actually really like to see, is this a serious interlude? Because I'd be interested to see what they do if it is. Also, for the love of God, give Sanson an animation update. I actually really want to read this now. I hope it's a serious one, because this is actually pretty interesting. Like interaction and like could be good. I cannot believe Charlotte did not get buffed with this. I cannot believe they did not buff her with this interlude. It's insane. Good guy, Billy. I feel like Billy's a little out of place here. Okay, I'm gonna have to look. I gotta find translations for this one. I'll do that after the stream. I gotta. It's got Sanson and Billy in it, and if it's more serious, then I gotta see this. By the way, Jin K is better than Charlotte, and that speaks volumes. Because Jin K's not good. Uh-oh. Be rage shifting, boys. Orleans, perhaps? Kinda looks like it. I know Sanson did not execute Charlotte. I don't know if his father did or not. His father was, though, the like head executioner before Sanson. And actually, Sanson didn't even want to be the head executioner. The only reason he became it was because his father got ill, like untimely, and they needed the money, essentially. Sanson wanted to be a doctor, and he was actually at the time was training to be a doctor, and that's why he has healing in FGO. Where are we right now? Looks like Orleans. What's strange is you don't play as Charlotte here, you play as Billy. Like, what? Yeah, it's kind of weird. All this, well, not all of them, but most of the singularities like still exist in some form, and you revisit them sometimes for interludes, and then I guess you revisit them for free quests. I think though at the end of 2.0 they'll probably disappear. Yeah, I don't think they're like in the same state they were like when they were a main story though. I guess you can use other units too. Can you move them? Nope, you can't move them. There we go. Perfect. Actually, I'll do Atlas just on the off chance there's debuffs. Jin-Kei, Matahari, Sanson, Charlotte, truly the scuffed assassin interlude. Matahari's not really scuffed. She's just not, like, super meta. But she's useful because she just gives the team so much damage up. So she's way better than the rest of them. Why does she get taunt? I guess they gave her evade, though. 2 turns on both. That's so casual a game. Going to Billy NP. Kind of a waste of the crit down, but he can quick chain. Here's what we'll do. Oh, that's slow-mo. Why do Sanson and Billy, man, animation updates, like, come on. I just want Billy to be in something so they get, like, in a major way so he gets an animation update. Sucks, man. Kind of a waste of her skill there. Wait, oh, it's, yeah, that's the one. I'm trying to make as many stars as possible here. The Sanson has his, like, whole deck. Well, no, actually, he doesn't have his Buster card, though, so... This may not be the wisest... Oh my god! Billy! Your skill's not ranked 10! I was gonna Billy NP, and then she is, like, Starging up and Quick up, right? So then Sanson could crit next turn, or maybe Billy, right? I was trying to be fancy here. Billy, please. I guess I put Billy last, so maybe he gets his NP here. God damn it. Nice skill ranks game. 97%. Well, and we didn't even make that many stars. I could star bomb on Jin-Kei. Not really the plan here. Tried to be fancy, and I paid for it. Nope, nobody gets their NP because Jin-Kei has taunt. What? Why though? All my work is for nothing! You got some kind of damage up? I wonder if it's anti-beast damage or something. Oh my god, it was only 1 attack! So it got used up on the Buster, I didn't know. Is this what it feels like to be Cairo? God damn it. You hear like double damage up of some kind, but it went away after the Buster card, so didn't work on the NP. Hit Sanson. This is so scuffed right now. Alright, after 3,000 years, Sanson's got this. What a terrible performance from this team. Look at all these debuffs I can clear though. Alright, you know what? We'll give it to Jin-Kei. We'll show some mercy here. We'll do her slow-mo NP. If she fails to do 63k though, then she deserves to get her kill stolen. Pretty great NP animation though. Ooh, insta-death! We'll never know what the damage was. It was infinite. Didn't fail that assassination. Too bad that wasn't, you know, an actual ruler. That was a animal. That devours souls, apparently, though. I think he just did his NP there and shot it in the face. Billy getting the kill lore-wise. I'm not gonna lie, if you look at what Soul Eaters are lore-wise, they are actually fairly dangerous. And out of that group, Billy would be the best one to just shoot it in the face and kill it. Like, that'd be way more reliable than any of the other NPs they have there. Jenkei could probably kill it though, it'd be more risky. I don't know what the fuck Matahari would do. We're stabbing it. I don't know if we're still fighting it or if we're fighting something else. I don't know what's going on here. Berserker. What will be lore accurate here? Okay, Charlotte has to be on the team. Why don't we just automatically put her on the team then? Like they did with, what's the name? Virtua, like the Virtua one was automatically on the team. Hey, she's 10-10-10, feels good. You know what, let's go Billy. Gotta show this interlude a proper Billy. Could be debuffs. Oh, now, oh, I bet you we killed like the one and it turned into two or something. Well, that's rather mean of them. Probably gonna be a gimmick. Let's see. You know what would be so cool if they made this a real stage, and when you killed one, it would turn into two. So you have to kill them if one of them is still alive. If one of them is still alive, it like spawns another one, kind of like a Kreptadushi was. But if you kill all of them, like right now, you know, Kreptadushi had to be the main one. But that'd be cool if you had to kill them both here. But yeah, they're not gonna do that. Billy can do the 112. I'll save Matahari's buffs then for Charlotte. It might be slightly short, so I wanted to do his other cards, but we'll do Charlotte's so she gets NP gain. I think he's got it. Oh yeah, we're good. A little bit close. Stuff like alignment though and low roll could mess it up. Oh, there's the gimmick. Look at all this NP gain. All right, well, I guess it's actually just a Billy setup. Sorry, Charlotte, but you got no NP gain and Billy got crits, so. Hey, she actually has her crit buff. How about that? It's actually kind of useful here. Will we kill? Pretty, yeah, we're gonna kill. Not even close. You had that defense down from like the gimmick as well. And we super killed that. I don't need those at all. Who the hell needs gold mats anyway, unless it's like a new one? That's like a stock voice line. Like I've heard that yell in like really old video games. Now they've used that like monster sprite before. They don't use it often, but they've used it a few times. Was that like a memory for Charlotte or something right there? In her thoughts? Jason, no. It's with Jason? Oh my. Okay, well we got some SQ there. I don't have that much SQ on this account right now though. It's a bit off. And I'm okay to use it though. I just want coup coins. There's like coup coins are the priority, and if we could rate up something I like halfway liked, that'd be nice. All right, we gotta fight Richard at least once. It took a bit longer than I thought it would. Let's see if anything on our support list strikes us. And if not, I'll use one of my units. Oh man, it's half AP right now, and it probably ends tonight. We should have done Richard more. Because we could have done Camelot whenever, really. I didn't realize. Alright, what do we see here? They got that deer mid, though. That's pretty cool. I can't wait to use that coin emote, hyper coin. Do I have that emote? I don't think I do. Let me see. Yeah, nope, I don't have it. Damn, that's great. Yeah, there is that coin emote. That works too. But, alright, let's see. So far, I'm leaning towards that deer mid. Dude, I haven't gotten through one user. Look at that. That is insane. Okay, you have so many servants slotted now. I saw one person's units. But we'll go with deer mid anyway. That's crazy. So my coup can beat Gwaine right now, by the way. I don't want to make the video, though, until he's a bit more upgraded, just because I want to show off. And, you know, 104... Like, who shows off at level 104, right? That's not much of a show-off. That's not cool, right? It's not a flex. That's not like, oh man, it's coup at his max potential. It's not even close, right? So I gotta get it higher. But yeah, he can beat Camelot Gwaine right now, which is pretty bullshit. Like, who's good or something. I don't think any other Lancer can do that. And if they can, it's definitely Enkidu. Enkidu would be the only other one. I think Enkidu could probably do it at 120. I would think. But, I don't really want to try cast Story here. That sounds awful. Give me 1 second, chat. I need water. Alrighty. There's no way that he beats this, but we'll see how far he gets. Dude, if they did story replay, Fluffy would be one of the first things I'd make a video for, because I just want to fix my setup. All I had to do was equip a command code. That's all I had to do. Although, you know what's sad, is I don't even need to do that anymore, because the boss doesn't actually kill you after the stage ends, like they fixed that. So I don't actually need the command code. It still would have been better to have the command code, because what if it went another turn and things like that, right? So the setup would still be better that way. But I wouldn't mind fighting Fluffy again anyway. Now that it's like... Because like before I had to make a video so I could continue on and see the rest of the story, because I wanted to see the rest of the story, but that's not a thing anymore. So yeah, messing around with the boss fight now sounds like a pretty good time. But we cannot have nice things. It's Pyramid's animation update. Yep, just roll for it. Man, when was the last time they used Lancer Dyrmid in a serious way? Like, my god. Being a Dyrmid fan is not a pleasant experience. Fade Zero. I'm sure they've used him for something since then. May not have been, well, maybe not in a serious way. Actually, Fate Zero might have been the only time they used him seriously. I know they used him as like a joke with Fionn and stuff, but... The joke in Summer 1, and that was super long ago. Like, that was so long ago. What do I cast here? I think I don't cast... I think I just cast my first skill, and that's it. It'd be nice to like get the NP gain buff, but it's not worth it right now. That is so bugged. That is so bugged. Why is he hitting like that's not where it should be targeting the NP. That looks so whack. By the way, Saber Dyrmid's NP looks way better in slow-mo. I don't really like it in fast mode. It looks really silly. But in slow-mo it looks really good. You know what? I'm not gonna use my second skill right now. I might use it next turn though. So our command codes don't do a whole lot here. Do I do art quick? We do so much more damage if I don't. But getting my, you know what? Getting the NP again is really good here. I'm gonna overcharge like a motherfucker though. Okay, yep, no, I should have done Buster quick. I am really underestimating his NP gain. Let's see, how much did we overcharge by? You gotta remember the 1% roundup. We overcharged by 76%. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could have just done Buster quick. Bit of an off there. Almost got to 200%. Alright, slow-mo, let's go. Yeah, also, what's impressive is this is a, this is not a caster, excuse me. It's a, so we don't get the bonus NP game from smacking caster. Dude, that NP is so busted on dragons, that doesn't look right. What is happening? You think you just hit the main body. That's what normally happens with NPs like that. I am kind of sad I made that mistake because that will catch up with us a bit. Like this is not going to be our peak performance no matter how well the rest of this goes. Also, we're getting crit so much. So yeah, I made a mistake. We've been crit a lot and we don't have good command codes. So there are 3 things working against our like total value here. Now, I don't have my NP, damn, so I can't use my first skill, so we'll just, do this. Did you not crit me, buddy? Wait, what is this overcharge? Let me look. Surely it's not going to be as bad as Valkyrie's though, because Valkyrie's is insta-death against demons, right? So, and it's not, what's crazy, this is crazy to me. It's not even a high chance, right? Because demons might be trash mobs, maybe if you can get some insta-kills, maybe it's something, but it's not even a high chance. Wow, you're right, his overcharge is insta-death. But it is better than Valkyrie, because it's against anything. And I think it's a higher % chance than Valkyrie's too. Honestly, I would like to see Dyrmid here if I played better, like I didn't mess up, and we had better command codes and everything. I'd like to see how he does. He's doing better than I thought he would. Damn, hoping for a lucky crit there. Probably time for a second skill then. No, never mind. We still made 57 stars. Wish Calamity Jane could do that. Honestly, he's kind of impressive when it comes to the raw numbers. It's just his skills aren't the best, but they're good. Like they're good. All he really needs, in my opinion, because he's a 4-star, he's not a 5-star, so you're not expecting him to be like on par with Okita. But he just needs an NP buff. I think if he got an NP buff, he'd be looking good. I don't have my NP gain buff skill, so I might actually be pushing it on NP gain this time. Yep. Now, if the enemy had a halfway decent hit count, it would be fine, but Dragon doesn't. So if I had my 3rd skill, I would have gotten my NP there. I might still get... damn it, he needed to crit. Damn. What really sucks here is doing the gain buff. Wow, guys, get NP gain for, you know, 6% battery that we need. Yeah, that's necessary. 100% crit, so I'll go for stars again. I'm gonna be greedy and go for stars again, because if I can crit on the next turn, that's nice. And we got it anyway, feels good. Damn, I really want to see him with proper command codes without me making mistakes. I've made 2 mistakes now. We also have had kind of bad luck. I think he's going to want the crit down command code. I think almost everyone wants the crit down command code in this fight, unless they have their own crit down ability. Because the fight just goes on so long, it gives Richard a lot of opportunities to crit you. Like, you're getting crit at some point if it goes on this long. Yeah, I use Saber Deer mid a decent amount. It's been a while since I've used him against serious content. Which is why I was kind of unfamiliar with the game. But yeah, he's good. I need a... Shit, do I even have a video where I use him in it? I know I've got a solo with him. But first off, I know that was a long time ago when my video quality wasn't as good. And yeah, I'd like a team play one. I need to look out for that then. I really do. I like Deer Mid a lot, and he definitely deserves a video. Fuck. So with the right command codes, we could absolutely live. Like, we could have healing and stuff. We could live long enough to get this again, which means we live yet another turn. And we could have the damage with our NP. He can do a lot better than this. You could absolutely do quite a bit better than this. That'd be cool to see. So we're gonna die here though, so we'll do burst damage. I don't think he could. Well, actually at 120 he might win, but you know, 120 is kind of disgusting. I think he could get to maybe 300-ish K, somewhere in there. Oh, Richard is throwing. Now I wish I had gotten NP gain, because now my quick up is going to go to waste. I didn't get my NP because I didn't think I needed it, because I thought the stage was going to end there. Damn it, game! You're making me look bad. Oh, we crit though. And crit again, so at least the attack up didn't go to complete waste. So this is how I would change Saber Deer Mid. Now, he doesn't really need this because he performs just fine. I mean, you do not struggle to kill bosses with him. He does his job. But if you wanted to make him a really complete feeling unit and also a little unique, just really good, give him an NP buff. He doesn't need any new effect on it, just a generic NP buff. And then buff his first skill, so his attack up and quick up last 2 turns. I don't think they need to last 3 turns. I think it's actually way too good. But I think 2 turns would be fun, because then you can either, because if you're like, oh man, I got to evade right now, but I don't have my NP until next turn. Well, look, you still have the buffs for next turn, and then you can also then keep the quick up and attack up for the crit turn. If you do quick, make a bunch of stars, and you crit next turn, you still got the attack up and stuff. So I think 2 turns would be great. 3 turn is probably way too much though, and he does not need to be that good. So more battery. Yeah. Excuse me. What I actually said, chat, was give him a battery on his second skill. That's what you're supposed to do. All right. So we got really lucky at the end there, but we definitely made some mistakes throughout. And you could get lucky and not make mistakes. So, and also we could have better command codes. And the command codes could really add up. So you can get farther than this. I don't know. On a bullshit lucky run, you might be able to solo this with him at level 100, but I definitely think you can solo it now at 120. If you get lucky, you have the right command codes, you don't make any mistakes, you could definitely do that at 120. But a lot of things could do it at 120, to be fair. Although plenty of things still couldn't, I'll say that. I'm pretty sure, didn't Okita already do this? Like, either Okita already did this, or she was really close, and we just didn't bother to keep doing it with her until she won. Like, I'm pretty sure she could do it without her buff. And now with her buff, I'm sure she can do it, but, if we got an Okita up, is, Truck-kun, are you here? Because we could show off the degeneracy if we want to. How come the dragon emote didn't work? Oh, there we go. Oh, just, E instead of R, that's why. Alright, let's see if Truck-kun's got it up. We got Zashi, though, because he's got Masashi. Truck-kun might not be here this second. We got Fishies. Now, Fishies probably still can't. NP1 is just going to fall really behind. Although we got Yang CE. You know what? Let's do it. This is like really pure Okita, right? Because it doesn't have, you know, particularly good command codes. It's just NP1. It's not grailed, right? But it's 10-10-10. So we'll see how this does. She was about 100k off. Yeah, I bet you if we had gotten lucky, we could have already done it. This one, though, I doubt we'll do it. Just because NP1 is a pretty big hit in this fight. Because you NP like 4 or 5 times, so... Her buff was so unnecessary. She's so absurd now. So, her crit is for 1 turn. I think I use her second skill right now then. It's not that long of a cooldown. Look at her being barefoot. Look at this. We're walking around on like fucking like, you know, dirty rock dungeon stuff, and she's like, I don't need shoes or sandals. What a joke. You're gonna pinch your foot there on a sharp rock or some nonsense. What an awesome hand. Yeah, that'll get him. Thankfully, actually, no, we need NP gain. You know, this sucks. We absolutely needed to get Okita cards there. Game, give me something really good here. Honestly, because we used our second skill, I think we were favored to get our NP in time. It was just unlucky. Okay. If I hit this one, they could probably all still be alive, and Stella would hit more targets and have a chance to make more stars. But fuck that, we're gonna get the overkill here, and hopefully that gets us our NP. Thank goodness. Look at that damage difference because of the defense buff. Okay. I wish I had this next turn, but it was still worth it. I wouldn't have my NP right now if I hadn't cast it. Although it's a bad turn to cast this for the crit part, I need the survivability aspect of it. I'm quite sure that Truck Kun's Okita will beat this though. Like, she scales so much with Grails and NP rank, so I think she'll definitely do it. I think she could already do it. This one though will do well for being a level 90 NP1, but there's no way we're doing it. Like, absolutely not. Terrible opening right there. Didn't crit with anything. It crit up in the attack ups. That was really unlucky right there. I guess what I should have done that turn was just do Buster NP quick, because like we needed to burn anyway, and we just didn't get what we wanted there, so that wasn't really worth it. Okay, now I've got my crit buff, but we actually don't want to use it here. We've gotten some pretty awkward luck the way this has gone. It wasn't worth it though. Like, the reason I didn't do the burn first was because although it's more damage, like not doing a quick chain there would have been really bad. I think it would have been right though because we didn't crit, but I was hoping we would crit. But, like, I didn't mind having one NP without the burn. So I think she's gonna want healing command codes, but I don't think Fishy has them. Wow, we're gonna, oh my god. The famous 98%. How I haven't missed this. Very bad luck on this run. Yeah, she needs the healing. Better command codes in general. Still not bad though for being 90 NP1. It does show the difference though of like being grailed and actually it just NP2. Honestly, being NP2 is a really big hit. Crit RNGs, but fuck, I don't think I gotta do it like this. That crit chance was just so bad, and we're about to die. I gotta take the damage while I can get it. I don't know though, because I give up crit turns next turn by doing it this way. Dude, look at that 100k though at NP1. It's pretty nice. Well, we would have died if I didn't evade, so we're dead either way. Most damage here. We can do better than this, though. Oh my god, we can do better than this. That's honestly, that's pretty damn good. Why did Beastly get his? Why did he get his message smacked? What? Can we get a permit for Beastly, please? All right, what else we got here? Do we have a mod? Can a mod do slash permit Beastly Whale, please? Let's see. Was there something else we were gonna test? Okay, or I mean, Say could do that too. That's another way of doing it. Thank you, Say, for the gifted sub. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Oh damn, Beastly got all the emblems, nice, that's awesome. If you can send me a link to that later, that's pretty cool. That's gonna be like higher quality. I don't think anyone has them higher quality than that. I haven't known anybody that's ripped them before. Like, the wiki and everything just uses like screenshots. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I want to get to see the 4 answer ones too. Alright, let's do one more here. Let's pick something good. Summer Okita? You know what? Why not? Or Summer Okita Alter, right? Okay. That's kind of a fun one. Wait. I know some people that have her, but I'm not sure if I have them on my main account. Anybody in chat got her? Because she's kind of a random one. I think Fishy's got her. Yep, there we go. 9, 10, 9. We'll see if we can get better than that, though. I know somebody in my chat had a really upgraded one. Okay. Let's see here. Is Sora the name of the Kingdom Hearts guy? Is that it? I couldn't remember earlier. Okay, there's a level. Imagine being level 102, but you're 221. That's pretty rough. Dude, who the fuck likes the original characters though in Kingdom Hearts, right? Like, I don't get it. Like, that story is so like convoluted and like overly dramatic. Some people do, but I'm just like, you know, like, let me hit things with Mickey Mouse, right? That's the good shit. Doesn't look like we really have one that's like ready here. Might do it next stream then, because we need a proper one. We need command codes and all that. Like, it affects your performance so much when you're not like in 10 10 10 and that kind of stuff. We got that one. Well, Arjuna's not here right now, but that one is 10 10 10, but also excuse me, no command codes. Oh Jesus, there's Truck-kun. Also, not decent command codes, but not what we would exactly want for the dragon. But you know what? We'll do that anyway. This can probably win, I suspect, even though these command codes are a bit off. They're actually pretty close though. They're actually quite close to what we want. The only thing you'd want different is, like, you want the anti-dragon one in there instead of, like, double burn. But those are pretty close to what you would want. Wait, is Mickey not playable? I don't even know. I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game. That's pretty lame if you can't play as Mickey. You can play as Mickey if you die sometimes. He saves you. I don't understand how that works. So is that like you got wrecked, now you emergency Mickey? Is that how it works? That sounds like you don't get to play him very much though, so that kind of sucks. I could do my second skill, but let's see if we can save it. Kill me so I can be Mickey. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh no! This is so bad because if I have to use my second skill, you don't want to use it like later, because then the cooldown is just longer. Like if you're gonna have to use it, you want to use it as soon as possible. Come on, give me something good, game. How did that happen to her twice? All right, never mind. Leonidas on death, bailing us out. Although we still needed a card, but yeah, Leonidas being a bro there. Can I be greedy and just do her quick card? Because I want to be greedy here. I think I can. Yeah. Oh yeah, her NP gain is great. You can't kill the bosses as Mickey, so you have to revive Sora to win. That sucks. All right. What is the play here? So we have crit, but it's not on any of our burn stuff. Honestly, I'm pretty sure we just quit quick here. I don't think it's right to do the burn first. I don't know. It's close, but I think we want to get the crits next turn. Besides, we'll get the burn for the 2 quicks and the extra. It's not too bad. You could do, though, quick NP. Quick. And maybe use her battery. Maybe that makes it work. That is so much more damage, though. Oh, the lack of crits. It is painful. See, if I battery right now, it's kind of wasted, but the crit buff is not. I think I use it now because we want it to come back. Like we want to cast that crit up another time. So I want to heal next turn potentially. Okay, this is good. Wow! 50k at neutral, and she didn't even have her first skill going or any of that. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, Okita has battery. I like how we didn't have to say anything and he just instantly said that's dumb. I completely agree with you, White. But it's not like White was picking up on our vibes, right? Like, of course it's dumb. It's like everyone has battery. It's so lazy and she doesn't even need it. It's just so lazy. I'm so sick of them being like, oh, we need this unit to be more meta so people roll on them. So give them battery because battery's meta. I'm so sick of it, dude. This is why, like, this is where, like, the business model is affecting the game, right? It's not great. If I wait a turn to NP, I can do my first skill. If I NP right now, my first skill will come back and I won't have my NP. That's awkward. I think we wait. I normally wouldn't, but I think... Besides, this lets me heal. However... If I heal boost heal, that's so unnecessary. We're over healing. It's better than not healing at all, though. I want to make stars. Okay, I guess I do this. This is a debatable turn, right? If someone was like, I'm not sure you made the right play here, I'd be like, yeah, maybe not. It's like, we'll see. The logic is though, you want the heal, you want the stars, and you want to be able to have your first skill with your NP. Although it's okay to use it for normal card damage too. What really made that sketch, when I think about it, is just the fact that I whipped some of the heal. I mean, I want them to buff Zerker a lot, but I don't want them to give him battery. I do not agree with Cairo that Zerker-Lot is garbage. I think Zerker-Lot is a perfectly good berserker, and I use him all the time for budget, non-budget, farming, not farming. I use him a lot. I think he's fine. I don't think he's super OP, meta, amazing, god tier. Absolutely not. And as such, I don't mind him getting buffed, right? It's totally okay if he gets buffed, but I think he's a perfectly usable berserker. You just have to play to his strengths. And there are stages, like, there are absolutely are stages where this is like where Canis excels. Stages where it's a mixture of AoE and single target, right? There's multiple enemies, but one of them is a lot tougher than the other, or there's key targets you need to kill, right? Canis is great for stuff like that, and so is Zerker-Lot. When you have AoE challenge quests, but there's that one guy, right? Or you need like the big single target nuke, Zerker-Lot's awesome for the stuff like that. And there's not a lot of berserkers that can do that, right? For like, if you just need generic AoE, Zerker-Lot's not that good unless you're doing double scatty, right? Like Darius will keep up with them for God's sakes. But Darius can't do those just ginormous single target crits like that, right? He just can't do that. So, you know, Zerker-Lot has this nice, you know, smooth curve of just NP into, you know, crit big thing, and then maybe even NP again, right? And then he dies and you bring in another unit. And that's how a lot of berserkers are. It just is what it is. Now, yeah, that's not the strongest thing in the game. He is not the best 4-star berserker, but he's not the worst either. And I think he still keeps up with the game pretty well. But even so, it's totally fine to buff him, right? Like he's not even remotely OP, so there's nothing wrong with buffing him. Do I third skill right now? I have guaranteed crits, so I don't see why not. I might as well battery too. That actually works out because now I get double crit and I get my my NP, so that's pretty smooth. If I just quick, it's a way less. If I do Buster, NP Buster, it's way more damage. Also, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that because it lets me do heal boost, and then I can heal next turn. That's really good. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna crit next turn, and that sucks. But it's good to set up. Like, it's a lot of damage right now. It's a lot of damage right now, and then it sets up me living a bit longer. It maximizes like the use of my double crit right now. It was 66k and neutral. That is nutty. And she's doing that while NPing, right? Because there's some units that are very crit focused, but they're not going to be NPing like this, and they're not going to have this much survivability and stuff. Like, her gameplay loop is pretty damn powerful. What do I want to do here? There's no point in crit downing right now, so I guess just do another burn, because why not? I wish we'd gotten a BS crit. That would have been really handy for the NP game. That turn was weak, but I had to do those cards because I needed the heal. Okay, I want to crit down. I might just art quick. It's a little weak, but it's safe, and it gets me my NP for sure, and it gets me the crit down. I was really hoping he wouldn't triple attack this turn. That would have been nice. I might only get to NP one more time, so I might actually hold my first skill. The thing is, I could use my first skill for crits next turn. This is tricky. This really is tricky. I think I NP here. And then I just try to do really big crits next turn. Because quick chaining here is pretty swell. I'm really glad we got this crit down command code though, because if he crit us here, we could actually die. Yeah, I'm ready to zeet the app, but thank you for reminding me. Always good to remind me. If she lives here, I think we win next turn. Oh yeah, if we live. Wow, she almost killed right there. That is nuts. Woo! So close, man. He attacked us 6 times in a row there. Well, I hope everyone believes me when I say when she has her little, you know, attack up gimmick thing that she could do 38k at neutral when she has guaranteed crits. Look, that's a guaranteed crit. That's a guaranteed crit, and then 90%. She's got it. One card will kill this guy, and he has defense down. So we'll just close it right here. All right, well, there's an Okita clear for the dragon. Damn. I'm not surprised. I think she could do what we just did without her buff, though. It'd be harder. You need better RNG. Might need to tweak the command codes a little bit, stuff like that. But I think she could definitely have done it without her buff. It would be less reliable, though. Her buff makes it more reasonable. So I don't think she has a 100% win rate there, but I think she actually has a pretty good win rate. If you play the command codes properly, you don't make any mistakes. Because, you know, you're not just generically seeing green, press green. You know, there's some decisions to be made there. If you optimize it, do everything right, I think her win rate there is probably at least 70 or 80%, I would say. I think her win rate's quite good there. And without her buff, though, it's probably like 40 or 30% or some crap. You know, I want to say we have used Spin K here. And he probably just got absolutely destroyed. Yeah, you just missed Okita versus the dragon. She won. Let me, what was her level? I'm gonna send that to Zerp. $108. All right, I just send all the info to Zerp so he can, whenever he has time, he'll update it. That's pretty cool, though. That's nice to see. Okay, boys, I think we'll wrap up there. Kind of a short stream, but, you know, not a whole lot's going on right now. I think tomorrow all the Halloween stuff is going on, but I think they're just going to time gate the hell out of it, and there's going to be no interesting content. It's going to be a complete snores fest. Like, I think it's going to be a complete snores fest. Like, it's going to be just the main story of the like Halloween 1, and then Halloween 2, and Halloween 3. It's going to be crazy time gated, no challenge quests, nothing new. It's going to be crap, right? It's going to be so crap. And it's going to be like a month. It's going to be another dead month. They better be buying themselves time to do something pretty awesome in FGO. They better not be buying all this time so they just sit around and do nothing. Like, I swear, that better not be the case. I'm hoping they're, like, you know, dealing with the new management, and they're getting new hires in, and they're actually, you know, working on some stuff, right? And all this waiting is going to be worth it. But they've been stalling. They have absolutely been stalling, and I hope they're not just stalling just for no reason, right? I hope they're stalling for a reason, because then I don't mind as much. But, okay, let's see if there's anybody to raid right now. Not a lot of people playing FGO right now. We will raid, Phantom Guy is playing some Melty Blood, so we'll go with that, good enough. Yeah, but not much FGO action tonight. Alright, boys, go get them. I'm out of here. I might not stream tomorrow just because it depends on what they do. If the Halloween event is just a joke, I might take the time to do some video stuff. Like, I got that Mordred video, the Hurt video, and just editing stuff, right? So we'll see. But if there's anything interesting to do, I'll definitely stream that. Anyway, boys, thank you for hanging out. I'm out of here later.